meals, I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweight.
How you doing?
Huh? How you doing?
You want?
I've been watching Soprano clips, and I don't even know if I enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
more so as like a comedy.
It was supposed to be a comedy,
and it's like a pop culture thing. Like
yeah,
you almost have to, to get certain things. It wasn't like a great show.
All right, relax. Yes,
it really wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It has the very funny moments. And I think that's why I love it for. It's the comedy.
It's got a great storyline. The ending was meh, but
it wasn't.
Everything that Tony deals with, all the cutbacks,
so many
the cinematography of all the Dream episodes are just insane. Everything
that's
that he
fair.
goes
you
through,
can say about the Dream episodes.
The internal dilemma that Tony's fighting the whole time of being this buttoned-up mafia guy, but he's talking to his therapist, which he shouldn't do. He should be talking to his wife because he's losing his wife by not talking to her. Like that's Sopranos
the thing too.
Is fantastic.
There's subtle storylines that started and they just stopped, just dropped, did nothing with, like Carmen kissing that one guy that was working on the
Furio?
house.
Oh yeah.
No. It just started from nothing.
Because nobody cares about Carmen. They want to see Tony.
What's the daughter's name? I can't think of her name. Meadow doing heroin, like episode 2.
Yeah.
Stopped and start. It just dropped it out of nowhere.
She's a smart girl. She got off the rock.
She's a smart girl.
And now she's a lawyer.
I genuinely feel like, and by the way, kudos to them for this. And I think this happens a lot of shows.
AJ had a good arc throughout the whole show.
I don't think they expected to go further than like a certain amount of shit. So they had to start
and James Gandolfini was dealing with some shit at the end of it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was heavily addicted to cocaine.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why at the end of it, the last couple seasons, you can hear it in his voice.
I could say nasally. Mm-hmm. Listen, my boy, you met Dev.
Yeah.
He is Tony.
The Wire is better. I think The Wire is better.
The Wire is a million times better.
But,
it's gotta be racist.
It's gotta be racist. No, The Sopranos, you can't say The Sopranos isn't a good show.
It's like a, I want to call it a cult classic. It's like you almost have to.
It
was the first of its kind.
I think it's an undeniably top 3 show of all time.
I don't agree.
Fellas,
what 3 would you put?
You gotta get it in. You gotta watch Sopranos.
Thrones, baby.
No way.
I fucked with Thrones hard.
Fuck Game of Thrones.
What?
I loved it.
Game of Thrones was phenomenal.
Trash.
They ended it
What?
wrong.
Trash?
You could say that. You are wrong.
The way they ended it wasn't great, but the
book,
twists in there were pretty crazy.
Literally absolute garbage.
You weren't saying none of that
last season unwatchable. Second to last season had some very high peaks, but still really weird.
You cannot say that show was trash.
It completely fell off after they killed off 2 great houses. And they ruined the Greyjoy. They literally ruined 3.
He's also like a big Greyjoy guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he
read the books and
shit.
He's that
okay,
guy.
I forgot because
he was the kid that read the Harry Potter books. Like,
they didn't get back to her.
That's not true because Harry Potter. I've read all the Harry Potter books too, and the movies are great.
Love the Harry Potter books. Is it George R. Martin?
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah, I know. Spenny's still pissed at him.
I hate George R. R. Martin, but it's not his fault. It's D.B. Weiss and David, whoever the producers are.
But you can't say it was trash. You can say it ended trash.
The last 2 seasons were bad. It fell off after they killed off all the Martells and the Tyrells and ruined the Greyjoy storyline and didn't have Lady Stoneheart, and they ruined Jaime's whole character arc. And then they do the worst part is the entire plot of the show. The entire thing is setting up the Long Night, the White Walkers, this war that's never going to end with the Army of the Dead, and it's over in 2 hours. You don't see any of it happen.
Spoiler alert, the best scene.
That's when you can spoil though, because you can't fucking see it.
You can't see it.
You can't even watch the
That
episode.
was one of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the whole part at the end of Bran going, I've come out this way. That shit made me want to physically. That was a good scene.
That was phenomenal.
Because that's actually written. You know that's actually what happened.
See, he drew it back to books.
Because it's actually good.
One of the
shit they made up was terrible.
Listen, it's okay being that guy. It's all right.
One of the best scenes I've ever seen in any television history is when the dragon becomes a white fucking walker.
Yeah,
it gets dragged from the. Oh my god, that was like chills.
The craziest fucking scene to me.
Drogon saving Dany from the pits in Marine is better than that scene.
I don't know.
When she rides him for the first time and he comes in and shoots fire and
that was incredible.
The most moving scene in television history to me was the Red Wedding.
Oh, yeah.
I was literally
Crazy.
getting a fucking blowjob in the middle, and I told the bitch to stop.
That is
'cause
true.
my heart
He's
was
told me
broken.
that multiple times.
It's the
I
craziest
have
shit of
heard
my
that
life.
story, and that is insane.
I'm like, right after the story, I'm like, that's my fucking guy. Then
Yeah,
he's
How many
that's-
people-
dead.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Killed the pregnant wife. I'm like, maybe the fucking kid in the belly's gonna grow to revenge it. No,
Womb
it's
shank.
fucking yeah.
Womb shanks. Yeah, that is amazing. That was when Game of Thrones was peak. The last 3 seasons, last season, complete trash. And I can't get that out of my mind. Because them not giving Jon Snow the throne is literally,
Okay, but now you just don't know.
what are we doing? No, he is the Song of Ice and Fire. Like, that's what he is. He is the
Maybe
child of a Targaryen and a Stark.
Clearly
He's the
not.
rightful heir to the throne. I don't want. They ruined his. The last season, all he says the whole time is, "I don't want it. She is my queen." He literally has four
don't
four
want
lines.
it.
He says the entire season.
Don't want
I don't want it. She is my queen. You watch as Davos get burned alive in front. I don't want it. Fuck, dude.
Dude, if you were fucking her, you'd be saying the same thing.
The last season, they ruined so many character arcs. It's insane. Jamie Lannister, he just goes back and starts banging Cersei again. Get the fuck out of here, dude. He's gonna. Oh, all right.
What do you mean? That one made sense.
No,
Of all
it did
things, that one
not,
made sense.
dude.
I just
He
hate
literally
the,
lost
I just
his
hate the
hand,
way they
went through a
die.
whole character arc. What's going to happen is Arya's going to kill Cersei wearing Marcella's face, and it's going to be nuts. Arya, they ruined her character too. She has a whole list of people she's been saying her whole life that she's going to kill. She kills like 4 of them and then just gives up. No, she is going to kill every single one of those people. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a chapter from Cersei's perspective, and she's going to see Marcella at the feet of her bed because she hasn't seen Marcella's dead body yet. Arya's going to rip off her face.
Okay, you're going too far.
All right, sorry.
Fucking nerd.
I'm telling. This is how my first day here is
We're
what I
having
did for
fun.
like 4 hours.
We're having fun here. You're just ruining it.
Yeah, I know.
You're scaring the hoes.
I'm definitely scared of those. I don't care.
And by the way,
Sometimes the host got to get scared.
if you were fucking Daenerys Targaryen, you'd be saying the same shit as Jon
She
Snow.
would definitely be my.
My fucking queen, yeah. Whatever the fuck she wants. I'm on it.
Also his aunt.
Huh?
Also his aunt.
Azan?
That's his,
His aunt.
Oh, yeah. Bad bitch, though.
Bad bitch for sure.
And he didn't know it was his aunt until he knew. But speaking of bad bitches taking over your life
Yep.
for the good and bad, it's shame on us for not playing this video yesterday.
Yeah.
We definitely should have.
This was all us.
Do you have the Steffon Diggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay. And by the way, Patriots OTAs are going on right now. Like, I don't know if you guys know that. Like, you're supposed to be, you're the veteran in that wide receiver room.
Don't
You have
test
a
me,
brand
I'm
new head
sizzling.
coach, brand new system, brand new to the team. The girls, the hoes, are calling him daddy.
Hoes
But
are
this,
calling him
the
daddy.
most important part is the shit he's about to pull out of wherever he
Yes.
fucking pulls out of.
He pulls. It's like a
See a big bag of
2CB.
2CB.
Tweaking off that 2CB, huh?
It's one of the craziest fucking drugs. It's so crazy. No one can tell you what's in it.
It's like Molly and
Every
cocaine
batch is
mixed.
different. Every single fucking batch is different.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you what's in 2CB. It's just a fucking jungle juice of drugs.
It is.
And you're a millionaire NFL star wide receiver.
Hey, this guy is also a certified demon. I bet if you piss test him right now, no 2CB. He strictly brought the bag for the hose. That's a veteran move.
Better move it. The hose could die. 2CB is one of the craziest drugs you could be using.
Motherfuckers die
Or
every
just
day,
giving
bro.
out. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, that's just wild.
Probably got
This
that
is-
shit possible too.
This is right up Steffon Diggs' alley. When you
Absolutely.
think about the Vikings video that went viral, who would
Yes.
you least want to date your sister? Without a doubt, in that locker room, everybody said Steffon Diggs. You saw it right there. Dude's a weapon on a boat.
He is-
And we're slowly
He is
learning.
the
We're
weapon.
slowly learning
That
why.
is
Yeah.
This
wild.
guy is a veteran. He is. Yeah, he's. We
you have the
know.
other
We
video?
know what. We know what Steffon Diggs is all about. Like I said, I bet if you drug test him, he pass it. He strictly brought that for the hose.
Yeah.
That's that's a veteran move. You got to know.
I'm not mad, by the way. I mean, like, OTAs are voluntary. But, like, if you're new to a team,
Yeah, he should definitely be an OTA.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
should
he's.
be an
You talk
OTA.
about him being a cancer. I mean, the guy's not at OTAs.
but he also has the most cancerous thing you can have in life as
Cardi
a man.
B.
Play the second video. If you turn the volume down, that one too.
Yeah, make sure the volume's down.
Like, nothing's more dangerous than a bitch that loves hoes. Because she's only encouraging. This Cardi B twerking on the other bitch, and he's slapping the other bitch's ass. Nothing's more dangerous. I know from experience.
Yeah.
Nothing's more dangerous than that.
That is
in
true.
life.
That is, we've broken that down for easy. Yeah, that is not a good influence, I'll say. She doesn't have to go to OTAs.
It's the best kind of bitch, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He was kicking ass.
You got a bitch that loves hoes. that's a bitch.
Pro
bad.
all day. Gotta be.
Well, you have to yell louder, Chris. We can't hear you.
Offset wants alimony, by the way.
Offset wants alimony from Cardi. I would too.
Is she making more money than him or
Yes,
something?
absolutely.
Probably.
That's crazy. That's wild.
What's
You
the
know,
last Migos song you heard?
died.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And what's
R.I.P. take. When's the last Offset song you've heard?
Can I be honest with you?
The one with YBN, probably.
I hardly could tell them apart ever, aside from Takeoff, because his verses
I
were
can tell them
horrendous.
apart.
Quavo had a little run for a little bit, so you could distinguish
Quavo was
Quavo.
more like Travis Scottish.
Quavo's Quavo.
Quavo's Quavo.
I feel like Travis Scott's biting off Quavo, if anything.
Adam P. says Steffon Diggs is a purebred cousin.
Wow.
Stephen David says Cardi can ruin my life anytime. Arv says, where is Dr. Clapping Cheeks when you need him? MPWMU says the SS Chlamydia. Oh, man, you guys are on fire right now, dude. Runyon says this is how Diddy parties started.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I think, are we going to see more of this? Now that the Diddy party stuff has come out and the veil has been pulled, do you think they're just going to be more open with it and just be like, yeah, we have drugs and sex parties all the time?
I mean, Diddy was doing something a little different. He was abusing people.
That was definitely
and
at a
drugging
different
them.
level.
and blackmailing
Yeah,
them.
if you're willing,
But that's what I'm saying. Now that that's
if
in
you're
the
calling
light,
me daddy for the drugs, then I'm not. That's not the Diddy situation. Like you were asking me for drugs.
no, I'm saying now that that's in the light, this seems tame because we know what a Diddy party is. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
people
I mean,
partying on a boat.
this is we dream of doing that.
I would do that every day
You know
if
what
I
I'm
could.
saying? Yeah, like,
every single day.
I don't
would
think
do
this is
that
just
if I
not
could.
coming out. Like this is like everybody's
No,
secret.
but
Like you want this in some form or fashion. Maybe on a
Skip it
plane,
OTAs.
maybe on a boat, could be in a car. Like, we've had that dream.
what do you think Drake May is thinking when he saw that?
He's like, damn, that's my girl.
Yeah, damn. There's no way he's in.
He's probably because quarterbacks you can't really skip because you got to be like,
You got to be there.
unless you're like.
I mean, there's
OG of the game.
we all know he's a cancer, and that's just more proof of it. He's leaning into it now, at least.
That's fair. Speaking of the
This
hoes,
was a Diggs party, way different. John F. Lord says absolutely. Diggs party and Diddy
there's
parties,
Diddy and then Diggy. A little different.
not the same.
Not the same. A little different. Speaking of the hoes,
Adult
they got
Spoon
you out here
says
doing
that.
crazy shit. I think we also had the viral Sasquatch soap commercials with Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney, yeah, bathtub soap.
So they did so well.
I'll buy some.
They got their okay. See, you're one. You're part of the fucking problem.
Dude, Sydney Sweeney. This is some random girl on OnlyFans. I'm not buying that. I'd buy Sydney Sweeney's.
Sydney
I
Sweeney
want
is
it, I
selling
want it, I
5,000
want it.
bars of soap
Oh,
that
I thought
contain
they were
her
$5,000.
actual bath water. I don't know how much they are. There's a limited amount.
If it's a regular price of a bar of soap, I'd buy one.
You go ahead and throw that picture up if you want.
You know the
Have you
resale
ever
on
been
those boys?
swallowed?
That's what I'm
Oh.
saying.
Oh, God,
I actually
man.
might look into that and the fact that you just said that because the resale on these is going to be fucking
The
crazy.
resale on those are going to be insane.
Like,
bro.
you see how much money these OnlyFans girls are making? Imagine, like, a
That's
Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney bar
Sweeney.
of soap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's also insane that people are like, this fucking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've known since the dawn of time. People are weird. Like, you always see the stories.
Didn't Didn't Gwyneth Paltrow do this first?
She's
Candles. With
scent of her vagina.
Yeah,
Was it? I don't know if it was hers. I think it was
Vagina?
a
it was
vagina.
vagina scented candles that she was.
What'd you
selling.
say, Chris?
What?
Nick?
No, yeah, we looked it up.
It wasn't hers.
It wasn't
It
hers.
was just vagina scented.
Which-
I believe
why
I
would
heard in a
anybody
clip.
buy
But every
this-
vagina smells different. Just they
This-
all look
So it's
different.
gotta be
This
hers.
It's gotta be her.
no way. She gonna.
I mean, what's she going off?
I
of?
mean-
is she doing a study, smelling 50
Yes,
different vaginas? doing a
definitely
case study?
got a little phase going. Probably.
Now
went the
that
other
sounds
way
like a
for
Diddy
bit.
party.
That sounds like a
Hey, everybody get in line. Let me smell your fucking clam.
Because I'm gonna get it right up in ya.
But I think this bathwater
Nice drop.
thing with Sweeney that she's got going on, this became like a trend when like Livy Dunn was doing her like TikToks and shit. People were like, "Oh, I would drink her bathwater."
Oh, it's been an internet
on
thing
for a
TikTok.
while.
It's
Yeah.
been like the last like 5 years is when like this
Also,
took over.
KD has a viral tweet
It's gamer
of him
girl
saying
stuff.
before he was famous
Yes.
Is
that he
Yeah.
wanted to drink
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson's bathwater
KD
through a
tweeted
straw.
that he drinks Scarlett Johansson's bathwater
through a
This guy
straw.
will not
Through a
stop
straw.
coming, dude.
And yeah, gamer girls sell their bathwater, and those simps buy it all the time.
It's insane.
That's a
It's
smart
like
move. That's a
Pokemon
great
cards.
move by
You just gotta like collect them all.
It's Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch.
Great move by them.
Honestly, a brilliant move by them.
How much are you putting out for this bar soap?
I'm only buying it
Any
for
dollar
resale.
amount.
I just want
the
I want it to
resale
be known.
would be sure, buddy.
I'm just kidding. Here's a picture of me.
Yeah, he's just gonna buy 10 of them.
Go throw that picture up. Here's what I'll be doing with the soap. I'll be honest.
There's a picture easy with the soap.
I'll be up front. It might be a picture of Skywalker, to be fair. You know?
That's propaganda, man. That's ridiculous.
He's got the glasses. Kind of looks more like you
That
than me.
might
for
be
sure.
young Skywalker. Very
To be
well
fair, it
said.
looks like tasty soap.
I would buy that for resale, strictly for sure.
Yeah,
You're making bank.
You'd make a lot of money.
Look what people are doing with these cards.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. But still, crazy stuff.
That's hilarious.
Society's dying before we know it. We're watching it before our eyes.
Oh, for sure, dude. It's
I've-
funny. It's gonna be
nothing-
idiocracy pretty soon. Good thing we're idiots.
We're in it.
Bro, nothing.
We're already there.
Nothing cemented that
For
for
real.
me more than the Kanye West H.H. song and then the Proud People singing it.
Oh yeah.
What do they call themselves? Not the Proud Boys.
I don't know.
I'm racist people.
Neo Nazis.
Yeah, neo-Nazis singing the black man's H.H. song was like the mind-melding shit I've ever watched in my life.
Yep. We're on a really weird.
The meteor's coming, boys.
The meteor is
I
coming.
stopped looking because it's making me.
Look it up. What's it at?
I don't want to look it up.
Look up the.
It kept going up.
we got-
I did not like what I was seeing every time I looked it up. That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Every day I was like, oh, actually,
2% closer.
2% chance now. Oh, 3.4. She's coming.
Oh, what's the? We need a meteor watch. Can we get a meteor watch?
You don't
easy?
want a meteor watch, dude.
What's it called? I'll look it up. I
I'll
won't say it.
crash out. You don't understand.
All right, meteor close to Earth.
We tell us about Planet Fitness, and then we'll look it up during break.
Hey, Charles.
I'll just say it's over 10%. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, crap.
Oh my God.
No way.
Listen,
No way.
listen. If the meteor gets close enough, we just gotta send Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck up there with drilling equipment, and they'll take care of business. It literally happened before. We've seen it happen before.
Listen, I've heard about Hollywood. And obviously, everyone just heard about Hollywood. I have a friend that's gone to Hollywood. They would just end up fucking each other. Nothing would get done. Just saying. I'm just saying.
No, Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck can take care of it. They've done it before. They have the training.
We're kind of over. Do you want to do one more thing?
Yeah.
All right. If you want to cut the music, remember the enhanced games?
No, I don't.
So we talked about it on the
Oh,
show.
Yes.
yeah.
The
Roy.
fucking
Steroid Olympics. Yeah.
Dude, I want your take on this one. Look at this fucking transformation. This guy was a swimmer,
Oh shit.
and now he's
What's he? Is he swimming still? There's
training
no
for
way.
the enhanced games. Yes.
His legs are
Still
probably
swimming.
huge.
fucking check this
Look at the back on that guy.
This is what's the name say?
James Magnuson.
I think he's Australian. Just unrecognizable
Look at his
after
neck,
prepping
dude.
for the enhanced games. Contests are encouraged to use performance-enhancing drugs to break world records. If they break a record, they get $1 million.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
I feel like that'd make you less of a swimmer. Density like pulls you down. Don't
I
it?
want whatever he's on.
Yeah,
Me,
I want
me
100
too.
vials of
The
that.
back of that guy, dude, he's gonna be doing the butterfly. I'm sure his back is gonna be looking like
just gathering
it's
more
just gonna
water.
be out of his legs. I want to see his legs. Is what I want to see because that's where if I was swimming and I was juicing, I'd put it right in my legs.
Do muscles make you faster in the water?
Yeah, the harder you can kick and harder you can push off. Yeah.
I feel like it's more of like a graceful
More
like, skill
force.
thing. That's why
no,
they're all,
it's you'll have the same. You'll get a little bit worse aerodynamics, but the more force you can generate by flinging your hands
despite
down,
the density of like your
yeah,
fucking
oh
body.
yeah.
All right.
For different strokes, like for sprinting or for long distance, you wouldn't want, or for long distance, you wouldn't want all that muscle.
Yeah, I think you'd want like a.
It looked like he
There's
was.
all kinds of different kinds of steroids. Like, there's
looked-
like one called Winstraw. It's like just for your lungs and shit.
Yeah, it looked
think
like
he'd be
he
on
was
that.
training for butterfly because that's why his back. That's the only stroke you would want your back to be that big,
Like,
or
it's
breaststroke.
fucking huge.
If you, oh, dude, the power you could generate. Dude, I might start cycling low key.
I know, guys.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that because I go to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone,
Probably where we went.
everybody, we mean everybody, can get a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward
sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Remix. MassageChairHouse.com is the website, guys. They're right at the corner of Long Lake Road and Woodward and Bloomfield Hills. Go see my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan. He'll get you right. And the perfect massage chair for relaxation and to rehabilitate yourself as well. Visit MassageChairHouse.com or scan the QR code. Shout out to Dr. Eric Duncan. I came up with a song that day, and it was so perfect, I can't remember for the life of me.
Man.
I was at the Rewind, like,
Smoking
what?
too much weed.
2 days ago? Yeah, I got some shit I'm pretty sure is not weed. I've been too high.
Smoking angel dust.
I mean, honest to God, I was grinding up. I'm like, this looks like crystallized. This is not. I was just actually telling Justin before the show, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not weed.
Dude smoking salvia.
I don't know, man. Oh, you just went by my house, stopped by it. I should have went to Jars, honestly.
Should have. Or Loom.
Or Loom. Loom's, there's not, they're not by my house.
There's a lot of them are up north.
Yeah, it's like a west
And
side.
West Coast.
Yeah.
There's one, I think, I don't know. There's one decently close to here.
Ferndale.
Desert Stallion asked the Woodward Sports chat, who at Woodward Sports would you not allow to date your sister?
Who? You.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I think probably easy.
Easily you. not even a second thought. Easily you.
I'll take pride in that
Probably.
answer.
Who'd be next?
Say it. You were about to.
I said
you
Braylon.
had somebody on the tip of your tongue that
just because, I mean, you know, he's got plenty of girlfriends. Back when he was single. The other one was Neil. I would just be ashamed. Like, grossed out, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, dude.
I mean, no, I'm not.
Pretty harsh.
I'm answering honestly.
All right.
D-Mac got a high fiver.
D-Mac would be awesome.
I'm like, that's sick.
It'd be very cool.
In both ways, good and bad. Like,
Ryan and Brady are both good guys.
Yeah, I don't think they even touch my girl.
JB and Kool-Aid are Saints. Flannel might be up there on the off chance that he actually is a serial killer.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
some American Psycho
shit.
Like, yeah. Fucking
Chris would be up there too, because the same reason, because of Neil.
So you agree to the Neil point there?
No, I'm just kidding. This is a joke. Chris
Skywalker?
Chris and Neil are both good guys. Neil's a good family man.
Yo, Neil's got his wife is.
Oh yeah, he outkicked his coverage for sure.
Damn sure.
Especially when they
Wait,
started
really got
dating.
it? Yeah. I don't know how. He has to break that story down one day.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got some Riz we don't know about.
Yeah.
I can see it actually.
He's got charisma.
Yeah.
That's what Riz is.
He's got what'd you say? Yeah.
What's up, Chris? How you doing? Great dude over there.
Nothing bad said about you at all.
No, but it's easily you, and it's really not close at all.
Damn.
Sorry.
You didn't need the second part of that sentence. Like,
It's undeniably you and nobody else.
we can't hear you, Justin.
Remotely
God damn it.
close.
Get a microphone.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get the handheld. All right, anyway, moving on. We don't have enough time to run this whole Tiger segment.
No, we got 3 minutes.
All right, what's this thing you beat the machine? What is this?
Oh, I argued ChatGPT about OPS because Ryan Lentz does not believe in OPS. He does not think it's a good stat, and his backing was off of Neil. What's his name?
Oh, we got the video.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Did we download it?
Don't worry, we only got 3 minutes anyway.
I'm worried.
It's like but what Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying is that OPS doesn't make sense because it's combining two percentages that mean nothing together and making a new one. And he says it's like asking how empty is this glass of water and combining that with how many apples do I have, which is just complete nonsense.
Those don't correlate at all.
Because OPS is a singular measurement to prove how good someone is at hitting the baseball. Because on-base percentage and slugging are how often you reach base and how much damage you do when you hit the ball. So both of those combined is how good you are at baseball. And so I was arguing for OPS and why it makes sense, and he was talking into ChatGPT to get responses to me, and I was breaking them down one at a time. So the first argument ended when he said, show me a real-life situation of this, and it took two players, and it was Pete Alonso and Juan Soto. And he was reading it, and he was like, oh, no, never mind. And I was like, what? Does it say because OPS says that Juan Soto's a better player than Pete Alonso? And it literally said that per OPS, Juan Soto's better at baseball. We were all like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And then it said, but if Pete Alonso hit 20 more doubles last year, he would be better. I was like, yeah, probably. But he didn't, so he wasn't. And then he tried to do it again, and it said, can I generate an image for you to explain it to your friend? Because he kept typing, like, explain why OPS is bad because my idiot friend thinks it's good. And it was like, do you want me to generate an image for your friend? And he clicked yes, and nothing generated. I was like, it can't make an image of something that isn't true. And so I felt like John Henry. Do we have the picture of John Henry? This is honestly how I felt after going head-to-head with the machine. This was like a 45-minute conversation. And I just absolutely bullied
in the middle of it.
I bullied ChatGPT. And, yeah, I felt like I beat the machine. So
I beat ChatGPT a few times.
Because Travis was on my side at first, and then he heard Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Travis was here?
Yeah, he was on my side about OPS first, and then he heard Neil deGrasse Tyson and Ryan's propaganda and switched sides, and then I won him back at the end of the argument. So,
do you have the Neil video?
Yeah.
Run it. I just want to hear what he says.
And everything is sort of a very...
Ben, I got to get this off my chest. Mathematically, it is completely meaningless to add two percentages that come from different origins. It's completely mathematically meaningless. And every time I see an OPS, I cringe, just as a math fluent person. I just have to put it out there.
You shout at the TV, Neil. Do you shout at the TV?
You know, it's like saying, what percentage you get on the exam? Well, I got 90% on the exam. Or how much water's left in the glass? 50%. So let's add the two and believe that means something. I just can't.
Well, it would mean something if you were thirsty while you were taking the test.
Thank you, Charles, for explaining that to me.
Listen up, you stupid science bitches. This doesn't have to make sense mathematically. It's incorrect. It's about baseball. OPS is how good someone is hitting a baseball, and it takes one stat that says how often you get on base and one stat that says how much damage you do, and puts them together to a singular number of how good of a hitter you are. So it might not make sense to you mathematically, but it's not just two random numbers. It's two of the most important numbers when it comes to hitting statistics. So it's not just random. It's okay. This guy is the best in the league because he has a 1,200 OPS, meaning he gets on base a lot, and when he hits the ball, he hits it really hard. It pissed me off. Nerd shit. Boo, nerds. After I just gave a dichotomy about Game of Thrones fucking 2 minutes ago.
I was a different kind of nerd, to be fair.
Ugh.
Probably I'll go to the other baseball guy.
Science is a liar sometimes.
The way I would go about this one is
that should be clear.
It's an episode of Always Sunny, bro.
Oh,
Stupid
okay.
science bitches couldn't make I more smarter. You gotta
Science a liar sometimes.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's one of the best scenes of the whole series.
I apologize, Nicholas.
Oh, you're all good. I just think it has to do with like the value of the actual player. Like you can hit 340 like Luis Ariz, but he's making 14 million, not 40.
Yes,
and he's gonna hit free agency, and that's gonna be the big question: is what's this 340 type hitter gonna make? And it's not gonna be as much as a Juan Soto, as a Pete Alonso, because they do damage to the baseball when they're on there. It's the value of everything, like extra base hits. Like it does come into play because ultimately. Doubles more than a single, triples more than a double, home run, get them all home. Their OPS is going to rise. I think OPS is 100% more valuable than average or even on-base percentage because you need to check out what kind of damage they're actually doing to the baseball.
And that's what Ryan was fighting, the batting average, because we were saying Torque's going to be an all-star. And he's like, he's hitting 220 or 230. Batting average doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm sorry. I know that's hard for an older generation to get. Batting average does not matter. Because if you're looking at me and saying that a guy that goes 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a guy that goes 1 for 2 with a home run, the guy going 2 for 2 is better because he had 2 hits? No, that's incorrect. Like, sorry. And slugging is more important because you can get on base and you can not score in a lot of different ways. Like, you can get on base and you can not score in a ton of different ways. You can't not score if you hit a home run. It's impossible. So, I was getting riled up back there. Not gonna lie.
Third baseball guy. Where you at with this, Skywalker?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I feel like you guys kind of covered everything I was about to say.
In terms of,
I don't know too much about it. I'm gonna be honest.
In terms of OPS, like it generally just tells you everything without having to like look into the average.
Yeah, it's a
it
single
really does.
number
it's
of how good a hitter is.
Exactly. Like one player that needs to work on his OPS right now isn't even playing for the Tigers. He's playing in the high A ball.
Yeah.
Max Clark. He needs to do some more damage to the baseball and extra base hits. I'm looking for that OPS to spike up.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing where I still have question marks about his long-term upside. Can he do damage to the baseball? And that's going to increase his OPS and increase his production as a potential superstar. You know, that fifth tool being the power. You need power.
Speaking of potential superstar and doing damage, A.J. Henn is a big fan of one of the Detroit Tigers, one of the younger guys, too. So he might even make an all-star game. That'd be his vote. But first, tell us about that merch.
Merch.
You got it. All right. It took a second, but we got there.
How we doing?
We got merch. If you're sick and tired of your old Detroit sports gear, go to woodwardsports.com, click shop. We got everything you need to turn heads. Hoodies, tees, shirts, everything. Again, that's go to woodwardsports.com and click shop.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit sports media, the Woodward Heavyweights, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak. Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC has deals for everybody, whether you want a 2025 Envision Preferred all-wheel drive for $259 per month, or a 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $699 per month, or a 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation for only $169 per month. Les Stanford has you covered. Just scan that QR code on the screen to check out their massive inventory, or visit them at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Let's ride.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com.
This has been a real good episode, dude. Honestly.
It's been a fun one. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Honestly, smash the like button. We are having fun.
Tell your friends to watch them. This is one of my favorite shows so far. Off to a great start.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Comment, because we got to talk Game of Thrones. That's how much of a fucking nerd he is.
Yeah, I wish we could do like just shit like this more, and the views wouldn't cut off.
Yeah.
Sickos.
I mean, it's going to be what it is. I'm not mad at doing this throughout the summer because, like, there's not that much going on.
Yeah, what are we going to talk
now.
about the Lions OTA walk-ins again?
Yeah, like all the OTA conversations are the same as the training camp conversations.
Yeah.
And the OTA conversations are you're completely blind.
And we don't...
These training camp, there's some reports coming out.
And the Lions are so good, their team is so good that it's not even like any camp battles or like...
Yeah.
What do they need here? It's like we know what the roster is going to look like. We know what who the starters are. Can we just get to the first game of the season?
Phenomenal fucking point. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. AJ Hinch was on the flagship, and he was asked specifically, hey, you're going to have a lot of all-stars this game. We've been talking about national guys. They're saying you might have 4 or 5 of these guys. Which one are you making the case for the most outside of the big-name guys?
Yeah.
And this is what AJ Hinch had to say.
Oh, we got video?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think Dylan Dingler deserves a lot of credit for what he's actually done. And I know that, you know, he's not the biggest name. He didn't even come into the season expecting to play as much as he did, or people didn't expect it. I thought it'd be a timeshare. He's grabbed a little bit of that opportunity. Obviously, Jake Rogers is really good, but Jake is catching today, and I got to get him incorporated. But Dylan behind the plate is a pretty good difference maker, and he's not going to get the love that, you know, Riley Green and Tarek Skubal and Glaber and sort of more recognizable names, but Dylan's starting to establish himself as a very stable part of a good team. And you can't look at the pitching staff without looking at the catcher.
Oh, dude, that's scary.
We can address that first.
We have to address that first because that's scary, bro. That was AI.
That was a phone call. That was actual phone call conversation.
Actual phone call conversation on the flagship.
But because it's from the flagship, can't really just be playing their clips.
And there's no video. So
AI cooked. Nick made an AI video of it.
That's
all right. Don't put me under the bus here.
Dude,
that's not okay.
Cartier says almost looks like AI. LOL.
That's incredible. Easy. How much are you paying a month for AI?
That makes me nervous.
Easy.
Bro.
How much are you paying a month?
Dog.
You got to tell the number.
I'll be honest with you. In a month or so, if it's still there, when we get this next check, I'm about to get this other one called VO3 from Google. It's the fucking
this guy's
it's the scariest one.
This guy's a goner, bro.
By far, it's fucking terrifying.
Why are you supporting it? This is literally. Do you want Skynet? This is how Skynet happens. Like
Skynet?
You, the Terminators. Do you want fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger running around with a shotgun? This is how it starts. I don't like this. That made me uncomfortable. Sarah Connor was right, says Grim. Exactly. This is how you get Skynet.
That's creepy. Dude,
that scared me a little bit. Like, I kind of.
It looked like you.
I almost pooped my pants a little bit. that made me nervous.
You guys want to play it again?
I don't
know.
I don't know
if I want to see
better.
that.
Kind of forgot that you said
it just keeps adapting.
It's fucking.
The lips were matching it.
Bro, that's a cheap $10 like website too.
Wow, that was
nuts.
crazy. But even crazier that he said Dylan Dingler, the guy that wasn't starting to start this season. It was Jake Rogers, and Dylan Dingler has completely taken over the catcher position for the Detroit Tigers in that clip. If you missed it because it was AI, he basically said that Jake Rogers is going to try. They're going to try to get him in once a series. That means Dylan Dingler is officially your starter. And that starter is on pace to have a 5.5 WAR if he were to play every game, which obviously he's not because he's a catcher. But that is elite numbers. You're talking top 30 in average in all of baseball with one of the best cannons behind the goddamn position, behind the catching position, out of anybody behind the plate. The amount of trust that I have in Dylan Dingler to control this staff right now and to have them pitch their best is just an unreal amount of trust. A Dylan Dingler all-star in my book. I said it on May 2nd on Twitter. You're welcome. Thank you, AJ Hinch, for confirming it.
How you doing? You called it a long time before that, too.
Hey, who's my guy?
He said he was going to get more bets than Jake Rogers before the year started.
And no one bought it.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
You do like Dingler. I do, but I don't.
That's why.
I don't know.
Ding-donging it.
But, dude, okay, that AI was...
Yeah, I'm shook.
But him making the All-Star game over Cal Riley?
No,
he's
not
gonna
over.
Be the starter.
Okay.
You get two catchers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, about to say.
He should be the second catcher for sure. Cal's the starter, no doubt. But, yeah, Dingler should be in there. He's one of the best defensive catchers on top of just mashing. And he's a stallion, dude. Guy's built like a brick shithouse. Him and Colt Keith look like they could be cousins or like best friends in the best friend antagonists in like an old high school movie from the 90s. Colt Keith and Dylan Dingler.
Oh, yeah.
Like the two best
Straight
friends that
Texas.
are the bullies like harassing the protagonist.
That's going to be Clark and
Rayner or McGonigal.
When they come up.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
hopefully not click.
Oh, dude, we got a team full of white boys, dude.
Yeah, we got,
Yeah, I did two
Except
more
for up the
coming,
middle.
I guess.
I mean, you guys
Yeah, Javi and Glaber.
I wonder if I want to get into some Glaber stuff soon here, but I wonder if he gets ultimately extended. We're so deep, but
Talk about being an all-star. Gleyber Torres is going to be starting at second base for the American League.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yes,
there.
absolutely. The second base crop in the second behind Gleyber Torres is going to be fucking what's his name? Holiday, and he's hitting like
really.
Yeah,
Is Simeon having another?
Simeon's having a shit year, dude.
Yeah.
He's got like a.
I know they gave it to him last year, and he wasn't even doing shit.
He's got like a 500 OPS. Like
that's
he's not
terrible.
doing good at all.
One of the biggest reasons why this Dylan Dingler news is so big, AJ Hinch loves catchers. I'm glad he's shouting out his catcher because he's a former catcher, but he deserves to be getting his praise right now. And I think the biggest thing it does, it's for this lineup, it extends this lineup. It makes your catcher not an automatic out with Jake Rogers. The amount of times that he could not do damage last year. I don't want to hate on Jake. You know who he is. He's a great defensive catcher, but he's not the best hitter. No. We all know that. He's not giving you 289, which in this day and age is the new 310.
Yes.
That's literally what Dylan Dingler is giving you right now. And I got to say, him extending the lineup puts Trey Sweeney down another spot, puts Javi Baez down another spot, and it gets you a guy that can produce runs, gets on base for those guys behind him, and gets in a spot to literally ultimately get put in, and it's been helping this team out significantly.
Before we go to break, I kind of want to keep this going a little bit. We could talk more about the All-Stars, like Gleyber Torres and Will Vest or Kane Lee or what we're going to do there. Dante151 says, after rewatching that clip, that was freaking scary. I agree. I didn't like that at all. That was very unsettling. But
did you think you were going to make a earthquake when that AI broke?
Yeah, you're worried about a fucking meteor. You should be more worried about these people you're paying. These fucking robots. Let's go to break. We're going to talk about some more All-Stars for the Tigers coming up next. Then we got some basketball. And then a Lions safety battle. Look out. Tell us about Loom.
If you want to look out for the best dispensary near you, it is Loom Dispensary because there's so many around. They got 38 locations with the best flour, the best drinks, the best pens, the best cartridges, the best edibles that you guys will know and love. It is Loom. Make sure you guys use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order online or in store. That is code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order, or go to www.loom.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Jars Cannabis, guys, top shelf quality, unmatched variety, price for the people. Visit shopjars.com to find one of their 28 locations across the great state of Michigan, including ones coming to Milan, Madison Heights, and Grand Rapids, guys. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Also, shopjars.com. Don't forget it. Also, if you guys want to take shots at my baseball knowledge, I'm not mad at it. I am a rehabilitating Tigers fan.
Yeah.
But I would claim and no take, I've just been a ding-dong guy since the beginning of the year. Because of Nick.
No, you've definitely liked Dingler the whole year.
I like the young guys. Pause.
And he deserves it. Like we said, he should be an all-star this year. Gleyber Torres should be the starting second baseman for the all-star team this year. Obviously, Skubal's going to be in there. Obviously, Riley Green's going to be in there. Spencer Torkelson is probably going to make that all-star game as well. And then you look at, I think, is the pair of bullpen arms for the Detroit Tigers, because I doubt they get both of them in there. But do you think it's going to be Canley or Will Vest that ends up getting that nod?
If I had to pick one, God, that's hard. I think Canley has the notoriety because he was a Yankee before he came, so maybe just a bigger name.
That's why Gleyber's going to get it.
Dude, and what he did,
he deserves it.
Yeah.
And what he did yesterday too.
I think they both get in. I truly do.
Canley and Vest?
Yeah.
So that's 2. Skubal,
3,
Riley Green,
4,
Dingler,
5,
Gleyber,
6. That's it.
No Torque? I think Torque over one of the pitchers.
See ya, Will Vest. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh God, Will Vest is so great though.
He is.
He just gave up one run for the second time all season.
How dare he?
Exactly. Yeah. You're stunned that when he gives up a run. God, that is so hard.
Because how many did the Orioles get last year? Did they get 5 or 6? Because we'll get the same amount. We're the best team in baseball.
Off spot. Yeah, we are the best team.
We're the best team in baseball, so we're gonna get at least 4 All-Stars.
Yeah, we'll get the love.
Like the Orioles did last year. I think they got 5 or 6.
Man, if we would have went back in time in March
to be talking like this,
and I told you guys,
wouldn't believe you.
Tigers would literally be
I would say
the best
AI.
fucking team in baseball. Dylan Dingler's on his way to becoming an all-star.
Yeah, I would think you were a Terminator.
Oh, by the way, Hobby's back, and he's a center fielder. Like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so the
Orioles
Orioles
got the best OPS on the team.
Yeah.
So the Orioles had 5. Only one pitcher, though. It was Corbin Burns.
Okay.
Which that was a snub of Tarek Skubal. He should have been the starter.
So they'll get 4 position players, and they'll get Skubal and one bullpen guy.
Yeah.
So it'll be
I think Torres
Dingler,
is a lock.
Dingler, Torres, and Riley, I think, are locks. And then
I don't know if Dingler's a lock yet.
Really? Who else would it be?
Because he didn't start the season as the starter. The at-bats, they're still working him. They're not playing him every single day, although he's playing the majority 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when I was looking up his average, it isn't like qualified yet, is what I saw. His 289 average.
So you think it might be a...
So I think as AJ Hinch continued to say there, I think it's just about getting these at-bats 2 out of every 3 games, 3 out of every 4 games, and I think ultimately he'll get there, but he needs to stay healthy as well.
No, Orioles are getting maybe 1 All-Star. They're probably the worst team in baseball. They shouldn't even get an All-Star.
Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez isn't having a good year.
Adley Rutschman is hitting 206.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna cut it.
That ain't gonna cut it, especially when
that's
your
actually
team sucks.
insane.
Yeah.
I was gonna have 2024 numbers.
Jonah Heim. Yeah.
Luckily, old friend Carson Kelly is in the NL.
Carson Kelly is great.
I know.
I guess the
crazy fucking
Carson
season.
Kelly is great.
I probably should have grabbed this part of the interview
AJ
as well.
Hinch, catcher whisperer.
Yeah, could be.
I thought at first that's maybe what it was because he used to be a catcher. I should have clipped this part of the interview as well too. But Jake Rogers also just like from a guy that started every single playoff game for you last year, caught every single playoff game for you last year,
and he had some clutch hits in the playoffs.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did. Just being cool with once
I mean, he got injured and he lost his spot. That's what happens, man. Life comes at you fast in major leagues.
Well, I guess when AJ was explaining to him, he was like, "Look, I see the scoreboard. I'm not tripping." I was just like, shout out to Jake Rogers for being cool about that.
Yeah. No, Jake's the man. Jake the Snake. Nick hates him, but it's all right. Burns says,
"What the did Sam say?"
I don't know. One real quick. Burn in the Woodward Sports Show, the Super Chat, he says, every Tigers World Series season basically went like this. Everyone is down on them preseason, and then they go nuts. Not saying chip, but it could happen.
To second that, Nick brought up the records.
Yeah, you did bring up the records.
From this team, the 84 team.
84 and 06. So,
kind of eerie.
It is pretty. It's kind of a team of destiny kind of vibe.
Yeah. I mean, the way people keep coming down to, like, guys keep getting hurt, and guys keep coming back, or guys are stepping up in their place.
Yeah. Flannel did tell me you kind of pissed him off with how you were talking about Riley Green.
Is that a real thing? Flannel can't be. Is he like.
He is trying to gatekeep, but
he's turned into a golf bot, but with Riley Green.
I have a job to do. That's it. If he goes there and I'm doing a post game and I want him to score one of the runs with 0 outs,
I don't want it.
second and third, I don't want to, but I do it.
That's nice.
That was good.
But I'm gonna have to freaking say.
He never do accents.
Yeah, there we go. Just Flannel talk shit, and there we go.
Great show.
Great show.
Remix.
Well, what the fuck?
He's just
Flannel is gatekeeping because he wanted to send him down, and I love Flannel, but he is now gatekeeping. I am the biggest Riley Green fan in this room.
You are.
Without a doubt. I called for his superstardom. I defended him in this booth.
He did.
I still think he's going to be a superstar.
You do.
And he needs to be able to drive in runs with a guy on third and 0 outs or 1 out. Get the runner home.
He does.
That's it.
And
that's all I'm saying. If you want to be kind of that's what I need
you can't
from
do what you're doing after you wanted to send the man down to Toledo.
He's absolutely projecting his own.
I think he's trying to bury that.
He is. He's trying to
Which the
dive
more you try to bury other people, it's going to get brought up.
Flannel also loves Riley Green. Flannel was defending Riley Green extremely hard last year against Terry Foster.
He should have had to, by the way.
Against Terry Foster, live from a golf outing. He was dropping F-bombs at a legend defending Riley Green.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. Like, he got into it with Terry. And Terry worked with Mike for 20 years, so he was, he's being Terry. He's being a pro. So it's not like Flannel just hates Riley Green and now he's trying to, but he definitely fucked up by saying he should get sent down, and now he is overcompensating, I believe.
He said he didn't even...
Flannel Sam, the Woodward Sports Chat shout. He says, I thought you were a little rough on Riley yesterday.
Yeah,
that's all, bro.
That's what he said.
That chat took off from there.
I didn't watch it, but that's what he told me. He said he thought you were a little rough on him.
How do you... What is the judgment in this room? Do you think I was rough on him?
There's no way to not be rough on a guy who goes 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
All you said, and by the way, it's within like a 7-day time span, too, that like you got guys in scoring position and you struck out.
Yeah, but he also...
I will say that first time around, though, against Cleveland, he did get a shit pitch and then he got pissed off about it.
He also had some good play. Like, Riley came through huge in games 1 and 2. Yeah, he had a great series against the Giants, except he ended it about as bad as anybody can. So, yeah, if you want us to say, hey, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts...
Okay, I guess I get it, because you said it kind of weird.
What?
You felt like you put some stank on it.
No, because that's what the chat told me in BDE. They're like, "Oh, Spenny Flannel went at you and Nick again." I was like, "What?" And then I went and talked to him, and he said he just thought Nick was being a little rough on him. But again, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. There's not many ways you could put lipstick on that pig.
Speaking of lipstick, you see the end of Billy Madison? Where he puts the lipstick on.
Oh, yeah, crosses out.
That's what Flannel did after he had that conversation with him.
Oh, stop it. That's ridiculous.
Nick, not so much. You might be fucked, bud.
No. All right, so if he wants to talk numbers just real quick, with runners in scoring position, he has a 634 OPS.
Not great.
That is below his 830 OPS on the season by almost 200 points. That's a fact.
And
that's what I said. That is what takes you from very good to superstar. Are the moments, and like Miguel Cabrera is a superstar because his OPS with runners in scoring position is probably career over 800. Like, I'm just spitballing right now. I don't know what it is, but I could assume it's that high because he was like 370 batting average with runners in scoring position. The guy was a monster, and those are the at bats where, hey, we're down 1 here. You're our best player. You're up to bat. There are 2 guys on. There are 2 outs. More likely than not, more often than not, I need you to get hits.
And I will say, Riley Green, to take that next step, it's the case. It's the strikeouts right now in the position when you have a guy on second and a guy on third.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's guy on second and third. I'm so used to seeing the greatest of all time do it time and time again, Miguel Cabrera. And I have high expectations. And they might be too high expectations, but that's the expectations that I have.
When you say superstar, that's a superstar.
And right now, leading the American League in strikeouts, it's just in that single position where you do have a guy on second and third, that run might come back to bite you in an ALCS, in an ALDS. If you don't choke up on the bat, shoot the ball to left field, go the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's all I want out of Riley. Because he has the ability to do that.
Yes, and we're
I've seen
nitpicking right now because he's that good. But if you want to take the jump from all-star to superstar, those are the things you got to do. And I believe he will. It's just he's not doing it right now.
And so is Flannel in the superstar category?
No, he even said in the back he's not calling him a superstar yet.
What's the beef?
That's what I'm saying. Flannel's being very protective.
Yeah.
He's like a mother hen guarding his roost.
But I will say also, it's like we have the best team in baseball.
But
also abuses the children.
Hens eat their own eggs sometimes. So Flannel ate the egg once, and then now he's guarding the roost.
We also have the best team in baseball, so it's hard right now to criticize anything. You do have to nitpick a little bit, and this is not nitpicking just to do it. It's nitpicking for a time and place for when you do 100% need Riley to get one of these runs home.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him taking 480-foot hacks at the baseball. I want to see him locked down just to.
But also with that, they changed his approach. That he is,
for sure.
He is a power hitter now. That's why he put on some weight, and that's why he's taking the swings that he is. And it's working because he's hitting a lot of home runs and his OPS is really high. But that also comes with strikeouts. That's just what the baseball world is now, is you're going to swing for the fences and you're going to strike out a lot. And especially with a guy who's kind of doing it for the first time, like this is the first year where he's really like, okay, I'm going to be a power hitter. It's going to be more often than not, but he'll get back into it a little bit. And I think in clutch situations, that's where Miguel was so great. I say Miguel like I know him. Yeah, my boy Miguel.
That's his name.
No, that's where
Miguel.
Mr. Cabrera was so great. Was he knew when to take a little off. He knew with 2 strikes, he's not swinging for the moon. He's just trying to barrel the bat and golf one out into center field. And, Riley could use a little bit more of that, but it's not at the point in the season where it's really being that hampering for the Tigers.
True.
So I believe when we get into the playoffs, I think we see that approach out of Riley, that if it's 2 men on, 2 outs in the playoffs, and he's got 2 strikes, he's not going to be swinging for the fences. He's going to try to make contact and get a single out there.
I think the reason, too, like yesterday, he looked so pissed off is he knows that.
Yes.
He's getting in his head at the plate when he starts the game off that way.
And Byrne in the Woodward Sports chat says, 35 came back from last to first, 45 Billy Go curse, 68 saved Detroit after the riots, 84 bless you boys super team, all our World Series teams of destiny. So what's this here? Javi's back. Do you have breaking news? No? Okay.
Super chat, air horn.
Super chat, air horn. Before we go to break, I did want to read this Flannel comment. He said, this is from Flannel. He says, I'm only a mother hen of Riley Green because it's obvious he's not as embraced on the city as he should be. It's the Jared Goff effect. And Flannel's right there. He's true. I agree with him. I think
Tigers are just not getting
people
good,
love Torque more than they love Riley Green.
Chicks dig the long ball.
And that is exactly true.
That's why.
It's an aura thing. And that's why Flannel gets mad.
All right, relax. Now we're going to break.
I love Riley Green.
I love Riley Green, too.
On the record, I cannot wait to get an interview with him, and I will ask him
awesome.
about Sam Flannel
Ask
wanting
him
him to
about
get
his
sent
aura.
down to AAA.
Ask him
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Flannel.
Some
Love you.
reporters
Love you.
or some
What will you ask him?
broadcasters say
What
you
will be
should
the
have been
question?
sent down.
I'm not
You
sure
gotta
what the
throw an
question
aura
would
one
be.
in there.
I got it. I'm not sure. I've been spitballing about a bunch
Ask
of
him
ideas.
about the lefties.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to.
No, ask him
off, that's probably
about
piss
his first taste of playoff baseball.
Yeah.
And what that meant to him, seeing Comerica packed like that, and ask him an aura question.
How about this one?
Ask
what
him
would
more
be
questions.
what
You
would
have
be
to.
yeah what would be your approach if you had to go against Tarek Skubal? Lefty
That's a
on
good
lefty.
one.
Ooh, I love that.
That's a good one.
So then you get that both angle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Ask
that
him.
could go into Tarek Skubal. What do you think about his aura? What would you say?
Do you believe in aura?
Do you believe
Yeah,
in
do you
aura?
believe in aura? Because a lot of folks are saying.
And in baseball, it's pretty palpable. Because we talk about baseball being a mental game.
So that could lead
I
into
think
the
Green's got
Tarek
aura.
Skubal's aura, like
Yeah,
off the charts. How would you describe your own aura?
that's a good question. All right,
No, that's legit.
let's go to break. Where are we at now? Are we
Too gay.
Oh, we're not that over. We're only 4 minutes over.
Two sus.
Hot start, huh? Tell us about Mark White.
Let me talk to you.
We both did. Mark White. Mark White gonna do you right.
Hey.
Mark White gonna change your life.
Yeah.
Give him a call today, ladies and gentlemen, at 248-290-8242. Visit Mark White Sells.com. But saves, he does as well. He's like the Tommy Canley of the mortgage business. He can save you up to $5,000 in closing costs of your brand new home. Just give him a call today at markwhitesells.com or 248-290-8242.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You get a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Wrapped into one in the King's treatment. It's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk-ins always welcome. It's wicked awesome.
What up, dog? I'm Mike. What Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm easy, joined by Spimo Rex. We got young Chris Skywalker.
Let's
Nicholas
go.
Kohloff, your official Detroit Tigers beat reporter
Shout
for
out.
the Woodward Sports Network. And it's time to get into what the
does
people
poll
want.
say? Yeah, wow. Overwhelmingly.
51% Detroit Lions. You sick fucks can't get enough.
Damn, Chris, I'm sorry you wore your Sunday best, but your zany NBA topics.
Wait, what?
Chris wore a tuxedo to present these topics to you guys, but because only 2% of you want to see them,
Yeah, if
you
you're
got all dressed up for
Yeah.
nothing. You got dappered to the nines.
If you're an audio listener, we made a poll in the Woodward Sports chat. What do you want to talk about next? Smash the like button. There's Lions, more Tigres, Chris's zany NBA topics, and then AI Takeover. The AI Takeover might have fucked you, to be honest with you.
Yeah, those were.
Because I got 19%. But Lions
I
won.
feel like that would have just been more Lions votes.
Yeah, Lions won, and I actually like the Lions topic we got up here. It's the a player they need to step up for the Lions on each side of the ball.
Yeah.
And I want to start defense because that's kind of where you were lacking last year, or it felt like at times. Obviously due to injuries. But the guy that I think needs to step up, Spinny, is the guy that's getting the most disrespect right now, and that's Jack Campbell.
Ooh.
Show them why you were picked as a first-round pick. Show them why guys like me and Spinny are talking about you being a top 15, top 11 linebacker in the league.
Yeah.
This is that third year. This is when you're supposed to make that jump. You're 6'5". The RAS score is insane. You should be in tune with the defense now, especially with your position coach becoming the defensive coordinator. That you should shine this year. That's the guy who needs to step up is Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I got one that's kind of niche that I'm probably going to do if nobody else says it, so I might do too. But this one is the lowest hanging fruit, and I think it's the most obvious. It's Terrion Arnold.
Bars.
Terrion Arnold was brought in here to be cornerback one. We obviously knew it wasn't going to happen in the first year unless you're a crazy person. But this is a guy stepping into this season. I believe by the end of the year, he is going to be playing like the best cornerback on this team. I think last year we saw how close he was. And I know people like to disrespect Terrion Arnold and say he had the worst rookie season of all time. And this guy, look, he's trash. But again, I've done it multiple times now on this very show where you compare his numbers to Quinyon Mitchell or Mikey Sanderson or whoever you look at that rookie class when you talk about cornerbacks, and they're all in the same ballpark. None of them are too far away from any of the other ones. I think that Terrion Arnold takes the step forward because he was just there. He just needs to work around getting his head around on the ball and getting a hand up when he sees the wide receiver's hands go up. He was in the pocket of a lot of receivers last year, so I believe his ball recognition and his ball skills are going to have to be a little bit honed. But once that happens, we're talking about an elite playmaker on the outside.
Nick?
No surprise here. I am going to go with
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive tackle rookie Tyleik Williams. This isn't a normal position for a rookie to step into.
That's a good one.
You got aging DJ Reader that's dealt with some injuries. You have your rising defensive tackle, should be a Pro Bowler, could be an All-Pro potentially in the future, Aleem McNeil coming back from a major injury. You have a defensive lineman in Aiden Hutchinson coming back from a major injury. On the other side of the ball, Davenport. What are we gonna get from Davenport? The only certainty is that Tyleik Williams needs to come in and be a beast in the middle.
Yep.
You need to eat blocks. You need to create havoc and get into the backfield a little bit from that defensive tackle position. But you need to ease up pressure on every other person on that defensive line. That's what we drafted him to do. And 8 TFLs last year at OSU. I expect to see him in the backfield a little bit as well.
Yeah, I'm not mad at either one of those answers. I'd probably, outside of mine, I'd rock with yours the most. So that makes sense too. Another guy that's got disrespected. Because the reason why, though, is like people hate on Terrion Arnold like he's not a fucking rookie.
He's a
like it wasn't his first year at the NFL.
20 round or a 20th pick or 24, whatever it was. Yeah. I was trying to
6'7".
I wanted to say like 20th pick, meaning like he was in the 20s, but I
top 25 pick.
Couldn't figure out how to say it.
Go. But I think you're putting that same expectation on Tyleik, although I do think Tyleik's ready to roll more, and like you said, probably more ideal situation with Hutch and DJ Reader on that line.
Because my other guy didn't get set, the one that I was thinking of, and it is also.
Skywalker's got a guy. You might snipe his guy.
Skywalker.
Who needs to step it up on defense this year?
I'm fully with Spenny. Terrion Arnold got drafted first round to be cornerback one for the Lions. I understand he's a rookie, but like we need to see him be a solidified CB1 on this team, and then like the Lions got some serious chance to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. He would be great. No, Nick, you're not getting. Are you getting another guy?
What?
No, not another guy. I just want to say,
argument.
like, Tyleik Williams really needs to come in. Like, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. If he isn't a quality player, like, this team's going to take a step back on the defensive line. I mean, there's just no doubt about it until Aleem comes back, hopefully healthy. Friend of the network, friend of the program, friend of the guy in the booth. Yeah, back to Spenny.
Yeah, that is.
Check me out on Twitter.
Did beat him in the chicken wing line.
That's friend
of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show. That is where I'm looking at for when Aleem McNeil comes back. A guy I need to step up on this team is Levi Onwuzurike. Hey, buddy, you were drafted ahead of Aleem McNeil. You had a good year last year, really the first year you stayed healthy. Yeah. You're going to be that starting defensive tackle week 1. I'm going to need you to go out there and to do some damage. Hutch is back. DJ Reader is probably going to be healthy. All signs are showing that. Davenport will probably be healthy. All signs are showing that. I need you to go out there. You're going to be seeing one-on-ones. You were getting a lot of hype last year from Kevin Zeitler and different things. He had a good year last year for sure. But without Aleem McNeil in there, Levi Onwuzurike is going to need to step up, especially the first 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season with Aleem being out.
Yeah, I don't hate that answer at all either. Of all names, if I had to vote one, I still might stick with Jack. I mean,
should we put it in the chat?
I do like Terrion. The only reason why I wouldn't take Terrion in this scenario is because you have DJ Reed, who you kind of signed to be your CB1. You know, and although I do think that drafted Terrion to be CB1, again, I have my Brad Holmes 3-year rule. I don't know if you see that until then, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was this year. Like you said, but as the season went on, he was there.
He was improving quickly.
He was there in coverage. He just couldn't get his eye on the ball. The same thing you heard from his position coach, Deshae Townsend, as well.
And all his vets died. Carlton Davis died. Amik Robertson died.
Yeah.
He was our only healthy cornerback at the end of the year.
We'll run it up as a poll. We'll have you guys vote. But before we do that, we got to pay some bills and come back and talk about who needs to step it up on the offensive side of the ball. That bill is Mad Pack, Spinny.
That bill is Mad Packs. Let me tell you about Mad Packs because it drops tomorrow. The packs are mad. They drop tomorrow. Go to getmadpacks.com to find out the list of dispensaries you can get this stuff in. They've got pre-rolls, infused, the high-low pre-rolls. They've got the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas. Those ones got the keef on the outside, just absolute money. They've got Glacier Pack THCA Moon Rocks. That's for the old heads. It's weed with wax inside of it. It's crazy. And they just got regular flower if that's your jam. Mad Packs dropping their whole line tomorrow. So make sure you go check it out. Getmadpacks.com to figure out where you can get some.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit him at MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on sports.com. Meet you by Small Rax, Skywalker, Nicholas Kohloff, your official Detroit Tigers beat reporter.
What up?
Smash that like button. Be your friend, tell a friend.
Let's go.
The poll is up there right now. Who needs to step it up on defense? Jack Campbell, Tyron Arnold, Tyleek Williams, or Levon Zarike. DNC made a great point. He says, by definition, Tyleek can't really step it up because he wasn't here last year.
Still step up and be a role. Step up into a role.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that by definition that is.
And although I love and have the expectation of Terry on doing it, the only reason why I'm lenient on him in this situation too is because you signed DJ Reed to be your TB1.
Yeah.
Like going into the season.
For sure. No, I'm saying he's going to be it by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to start off that way. But
yeah, it can happen. It can happen. But now it's time to talk about the offensive side of the ball. Who needs to step it up there? It's Jared Goff. Plain and simple. Like, straight up. That's what it is. You have a new offensive coordinator. You are the one that's delivering the play, how it needs to be ran, in the huddle every single time. You are the one that's familiar, because they said they're not changing anything. They don't want to change anything because it works well. Okay, you were the guy that was here last year. And I will say that he and Ben probably had the best relationship on the team outside of he and Amon-Ra. And so, like, it's his job as the leader of the team to fulfill that, I guess. Fill that void between John Morton coming in and try to be the Ben Johnson. Like, you are the guy, the messenger, delivering it. Like, it's up to you. On your play and on the message as well. And I think he can. I truly do. I think this will be the difference of him stepping out of that Jared Goff role. I guess the only way I could put it, because I don't want to say any other name to be disrespectful, because I know you guys get, into maybe like a more Peyton Manning type of light, where you are credited for your brains. You are credited for your brilliance, like on the field. Step away from he's so dependent on the system, so dependent on his players. Like, yeah, that may be the case, but in this scenario, you got to depend on your brain a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's the guy. You're the quarterback. You're the most important player on the team. You definitely you got to step up every year. And
Goff needs to stomp the yard.
You got to be the leader.
He's out there crumping.
And I fully believe that he's going to. I fully believe that he's going to be that guy. Can I say the interior offensive line?
No.
Because I don't know.
Say whatever you want.
Who it's going to be.
You can say Goff. You say. I mean, that's the answer. Straight up.
100%. Goff needs to improve. That's what I think.
Goff 3,000.
Goff's got to be. I mean, he's got to step up for sure. Like, and he will.
He's the leader of the fucking team.
Yeah, you're the leader. Everything goes
leader.
through you. You touch the ball every day. You're every play. Like, yeah, you've definitely got to be that guy. I'm going to say the interior offensive line. Whoever it is, whoever ends up winning those spots, because that plays a big part of Goff stepping up, is making sure that guys aren't being pushed into his lap. And when you look at how these defensive lines in the NFC North added to that interior defensive line this year, those guys are going to need to be they're going to need to be sharp, and they're going to need to be taking care of business. So whether it be Christian Mahogany, Graham Glasgow, Tate Ratledge, whoever it is, that interior offensive line, the guard spots. I know what Frank is. I know what Frank's going to be. The guard spots, those guys are the ones that are going to need to step up.
Nick Kohloff.
Yeah, I like the guard one there because I just didn't know, obviously, because we don't know who's going to be there. But I went with a star that needs to become a superstar. Without Ben Johnson being here, without anything, it's Mr. just under 2K yards. He needs to have about 2,500 this year, and this guy's name is Jahmyr Gibbs.
I don't
He needs
hate
to
it.
take so much pressure off of Easy's guy, step up. Quarterback Channing Tatum, a.k.a. Jared Goff. Jahmyr Gibbs just needs to take the pressure off of every single person on this offense. You drafted him in the first round. He has been spectacular so far. Now you've been a top 5 back in the league. It's be the best back in the league. That's what I expect to see out of Jahmyr Gibbs this season, to take the pressure off of Jared Goff, this offensive line, St. Brown, J-Mo, Laporta, to take pressure off of everybody. Jahmyr Gibbs needs to step up. Shout out Channing Tatum.
Shout out Channing Tatum. Yeah, I like that one too. Step up a little bit in the passing game. Step up to that level of, like, I expect 2,000 all-purpose yards at least out of Jahmyr Gibbs. I expect closer to 2,300. But we're going to see. I think he can go 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, for Jahmyr, I guess I'm not really asking Jahmyr to step up because I have the expectation. Like, I don't think he'll be.
Yeah.
He did it last year when David Montgomery got hurt.
He stepped up big. He was
took
averaging
over.
170 yards and
It
two
was insane.
touchdowns every game.
And he made it look effortless.
Yeah, it
Outside
really
of the
was.
Vikings game, maybe. He made
And
it
it's
look
like
effortless.
it wasn't even that many carries or touches. It was still only like he was getting like 15 to 20
He's
touches.
so smooth and just Joe cool
Buttery.
about it all. Like, buttery is a fucking perfect word to put it. Like, I don't know. I saw him step up last year, so I guess I'm not really on him. Although, obviously, all the points Nick made is like they still exist. You still have to do these things.
Yep.
I would
expect him to.
Like to see him step it up in the passing game a little bit more because I do think he could be that Kamara-esque type of player.
Yeah.
Because we obviously know when the ball's in his hands, he can make plays. But now it's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see you get it down the field a little bit. You know, let's see you slipping up these linebackers, open up your boy Sam Lapotts. Maybe that's the guy he's stepping up for all the reasons he said.
He said it.
Start
He
seeing
said
the
it
game
himself.
from the quarterback's perspective.
And that is, like, I talked about that reacting to him saying it, like, with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, it's not, you know, Andy Reid doing everything every time and putting them in the perfect position. It's them being on a different level and knowing where they're going to be. And so if Sam Laporta can get that kind of brain link with Jared Goff, that'll make those situations where, oh, fuck, third and one in the commander's zone, I'm being rushed and Amon-Ra St. Brown slipped. Well, I know Sam Laporta's right there.
Yes.
So that is what could bail you out on a lot of situations like that.
And that's why my answer was Goff, because like in that situation, and that's why people say the system quarterback. The one read he had, then Amon-Ra St. Brown, he fucking crumbled in that scenario.
Yeah.
He needs to step it up in that situation because you don't have Ben Johnson tailoring the fucking perfect offense for you. That, okay, on read two. I'm saying three, improvise a little bit.
And I think the offensive line also plays a factor in that, because we know, Jared Goff is not the fleetest of foot. So
yeah, maybe I don't want him improvising too much.
They just got to give him the time to go through multiple reads. I don't need him improvising and running around, but give him the time to go through at least 2 reads so he can look at his first read. If it's not there, then it's safety blanket, whether it be Laporta or Amon-Ra.
Because immediately when I said that, what I envisioned in my head was the weird fumble situation he had in that Rams playoff game.
Yeah.
The weird one he had against the Packers.
Yeah, you got hater brain.
No, I'm just saying, in provision.
The 360 throw against the Bills.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Yeah, so maybe we don't want him improvising too much.
No, he just needs the time to make his progressions.
Yes. So then back to the offensive line.
Yeah.
You look like you got something to say, Skywalker.
I think J-Mo needs to step up. I think if he expands his route tree just a little bit more from deep routes, that will open up our offense a little bit more. I don't think there's any reason why J-Mo can't get 1,500 yards this season.
Dang!
1,500.
I like it.
I mean, given the abilities, yeah. He can do it.
Back,
and
bitches!
we saw him in the number 1 jersey yesterday. It looks like something's going to be done.
He looks fast.
It's been like... I think you guys let that one go,
I got it. No, he looks faster.
Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
that was it.
That was
in my head, that sounds a drop.
In my head, it's kind of a drop,
it's a
too.
drop.
It's like somebody falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
No.
Next time somebody says, yeah, he's about to fall off a cliff.
Okay, I'd also like that was like a flash. Like
I saw what you were going for there.
That was like a
I think it's somewhere in between both of the things we're explaining.
Yeah, shout out to Jason.
I like that you keep trying it though. This is funny.
It's gonna work.
And it is funny. It throws me off every
It's a
time.
bit that our real fans.
Only the real ones know.
Yeah.
Launchbox loves it.
Shout out to Jason Kenyon over Sports Chat. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the week, but he asked, how about the Enzo contract issue and signing Cunningham? That's a whole new situation.
Yeah.
Opinions, boys. Basically, what I boiled it down to at least was, one, it may not even be a contract situation. This is OTAs. It's voluntarily. This is the last year of his deal. Maybe not fully guaranteed. Do you really want to go and risk getting injured in OTAs right now?
I mean, Steffon Diggs on a boat doing Molly with strippers. I think Enzo chilling at home with the fam is the least of my worries right now.
Exactly. And the second part of it, too, is Cunningham is like a journeyman at this point.
Yeah.
Enzo, we saw how much he means to this team. He ain't taking over that spot.
Nobody's taking that spot.
Honestly, God, look how many linebackers I cycled through last year trying to fit that Enzo role.
Yeah.
I mean, and ones that we kind of liked from
Quan
David Long, Quan Alexander.
Jamal Adams.
Dude, we calling Jamal Adams. Nobody can do
Please. It's like, I imagine Jamal Adams being at like a log cabin cutting logs, wearing a flannel and having a beard and being like, I told you I'd never come back. Like, we need you to save the Lions.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
We're on the cusp of a Super Bowl. The other part of it, too, is I think the Enzo situation, if it is a contract situation, which she has some tweets that may lean towards that, I think they're waiting to find out what's going on with Hutch. Are they going to the season and paying him? Or are they...
I think they're going to do the Aleem thing with Hutch, pay him like week 3, week 4, or whatever it was.
Because the amount of money Hutch's contract is going to cost.
It's scary.
It's going to take some finagling.
Yeah, and
if
you got to
re-sign
you got to have your team set before you give Hutch his extension, because then you can look at it like,
before you give Enzo his, because like getting Hutch, you got to tuck some money here, you got to tuck some money in there. Signing Enzo now might fuck a little bit of that up. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a lot more creative with Hutch's re-signing than you got to do Enzo's.
We need. Okay, you want to talk about who on offense needs to step up? Jared Goff, not on the field, in the pocketbooks. Step up and say, hey, you could take 20 off of mine and push it back, so we can bring Enzo back and we can get Hutch's deal done.
Yeah.
That's what leaders do. Goffy, Pat does it every fucking year. You want to win a Super Bowl? Listen, you've got a beautiful family. You've got your wife's loaded too.
Dude's about to be a dad, bro. You taking
by
money
all
out
standards.
of his pocket?
Oh, that's true.
I'm
taking money out of his baby's pocket. All right, we need that for the team, Jared.
They're just kicking it down the line.
Yeah, he's still gonna get it.
He's still getting that money.
He's got plenty of fucking money too.
Heard he's gonna be a girl dad.
He is gonna be a girl dad.
Shout out
to him.
Heard that changed you. My boy Donnie says he wishes on all of us. He's like, I hope all you guys have a girl first.
No, fuck no.
Hell no, I don't want a girl.
You want the son first.
I want 3 boys.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a daughter, you want a son first.
Oh, that's gonna be a drop.
Because one day, you're fucking.
Pause.
Wait, what?
He said he's gonna drop.
I want 3 boys.
Yeah, one day you're not gonna be able to knock like your buck, and you have your son to help you in that scenario.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you though. You gotta have the son first.
Got the boy
and
first.
like you pray, you Cross your fingers you don't have.
If you wanna bet on if Jared Goff's gonna have a boy or a girl, you might get some odds at Caesars Sportsbook. Sounds like it's gonna be pretty heavy favorite that it's a girl. But check out Caesars Sportsbook. I doubt they have those, but they might. You never know. Scan the QR code on the screen. Use code word Woodward 1000, and your first bet up to $1,000 you can get back in bonus bets if it doesn't hit. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. See.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
All right, guys, swapping in here. Let me tell you about Woodward Sports social media, the best Detroit sports social media network. You can get that everywhere you get your social media content. YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Everywhere you get your Detroit sports content, you are getting the best live reactions, breaking news, all of that from the personalities you know and love. Follow us at Woodward Sports.
Said DNC is lucky as hell. He said he's got 3 boys. He just had his 3rd boy.
That's awesome.
Last week, congratulations.
Congratulations, brother. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Blessings to you and your family.
Shout out to Chris recovering from the
allegations.
V-neck. Yeah, the V-neck allegations.
Oh, dude, the V-neck.
Dude,
It's a shame we didn't clip the V-neck part.
You dressed
dude.
like you work for the fucking Ringer or something.
What's that?
No, he looks like he's going to a cocktail party in Canada.
That's a Canadian tuxedo.
Absolutely.
Hey, dead ass, you wanted. I have no reason to put this on. I just know it's a good fit and I liked it, and so it was clean.
Chris,
so
we know why.
today.
We know why.
We know why you put it on.
What do you got going on after the show?
You got 2 zany NBA topics.
You want to know?
The show over
You want to
with.
know what I got going on at this? I got a trip to Costco's, and I'm gonna be fresh as fuck in that shit.
Dude, get a chicken bake.
on all the
Get a
fucking
chicken bake,
divorced
put it in the
moms.
fridge, and bring it for me tomorrow. I've never had one.
All right.
I want to try it.
Wow! 5 big moves!
What happened to those kids? Rizzler's still alive. Haven't seen Big Justice or AJ in a while.
Yeah.
Rizzler's still thriving. The real rises to the top.
Oh yeah, dude.
Big Justice and AJ. I saw AJ's. Wait.
That's
Big
because
Justice-
the Rizzler was subtle.
Yeah.
The other 2 were over the top. Yeah, it's had a little.
And the Rizzler's just naturally funny, dude. I feel like, they
You
tried.
know he went viral before he was a Rizzler?
Yeah, he's
The Black Panther kid?
yeah, dude.
What if behind the
Panther
scenes?
dressed in black, dude. He's got bars too.
What if behind the scenes he's like the one that's like bossing everybody around? He's like, no, you sit in the corner. It's my fucking.
Dude,
No,
have you
that's
seen the
definitely
Photoshop?
AJ, bro.
Speaking of Sopranos, yeah, they have him photoshopped in with the fucking.
Yeah, with the Soprano family.
The Jersey family. He looks right in.
The video of AJ like yelling at Big Justice when they were making a video, I was like, oh man.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's like,
think it was AI.
You're doing it wrong.
yeah,
It was AI.
it was not AI.
Yep.
He was there with another guy.
Not
With
my
another-
king.
All AI.
Not your king.
Not my king.
Big Justice is your king.
You know how people come like. All right, we're taking over Chris's aspect. Chris dressed up nice for this moment. All right, let's give him the floor.
Yeah, sorry, Chris.
The 2 things are unrelated, but I'll take it. The
Sure.
2 things are unrelated.
We've
but
seen how you dressed before, bud.
I'll
Yeah,
take
bro.
it. I'll take it.
You got
So
a fresh fucking V-neck for today.
that shit is in the trash. All right. Let's talk about some Pistons free agents. Let's talk about some Pistons free agent potential guys. So I went through a list and I kind of gathered some people. One is One is just a name that I've seen a lot of talk about. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to throw it out there. So we'll start with him because you know what? He's still playing. He's on the verge of going to the NBA Finals. Miles Turner, a projected annual $40 million contract a year. So, boys, the way this works, is you have to. There's no way around it to bring in Miles Turner. You would have to then get rid of Tobias Harris, dump him off on a team like Brooklyn is probably the most realistic considering they're one of the only people with massive cap space. So, are you willing to go after a guy like Miles Turner if it then costs you also getting rid of Tobias Harris, who was a quality rotation player and what would have to be just a contract dump? So there's that part of it. Easy, where are you at? I'll start with you.
See, I've seen a lot of stuff recently, people comparing Tyrese Halliburton to Cade just because Tyrese having the success right now. But I think Tyrese has a better team, and I feel like if Cade Cunningham had a Miles Turner, you might see in the Eastern Conference, the way it is right now, maybe similar success.
Yeah.
As much as I love it, it just feels a little bit out of touch with reality, especially if they make a final. So they have to find a way to make that work where they keep them.
Yeah, and I think I don't think Miles Turner hits the open market. I think the only way he gets to another team outside of the Pacers is a sign and trade. And I don't know if you want to sign and trade with the Pacers because you would be probably giving them Duren and Tobias and something else.
So, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I would love Miles Turner on the team, yes, but I don't know if there's a reasonable way to get him here.
So the reason why there is still some validity is that even among Pacers people, like the Pacers ownership has been notoriously cheap and unwilling to pay.
They're going
and
to the finals.
They've even been unwilling to pay specifically Miles Turner.
They have
for
been.
Years
He's been in
after
trade
years.
talks for like
So,
10 years.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Spencer. Like I would be storming the ownership box if they didn't pay him after this season.
Yeah.
But I'm not also getting rid of him because then you got to figure out you got Duren, Stu, and Turner. I don't think any of those are fours. So I think it gets maybe you could play like Stu and Turner together just because.
You can't do it with
but
Duren
yeah,
still on the team.
you know, so it just kind of recreates another problem. And like you said, it might even be a sign and trade. Nick, where you at with it?
So it would create the problem, but that's when you would have to move Duren for a quality wing player, stretch four. And then you're talking about literally playing 5 out potentially. I mean, probably not with this R, but you know what I mean.
Had to get that one in there.
Had to get that one
but
in
you
there.
talked about
drive-by.
I mean,
that was a drive-by.
That was for sure a drive-by.
I wasn't even trying to.
As a society, they're at the fucking
Yeah.
the food place.
Got Ricky in the back.
Jesus, my bad. But he's the best player out of all those three. You know, it's like, what's the ceiling of Duren if he's not going to be able to stretch the floor from 3? And Miles Turner is doing this at an elite level right now. You know?
Yeah.
Like, does it raise your ceiling of your whole entire team if you have a center that can shoot?
Absolutely does.
And what could you get for Duren if you do this trade? Doo-doo. Are you going to do this trade?
I don't think you're going to do that trade. I don't know.
Do that all day.
Would I like Miles Turner? Yeah, like I said, you're not fitting him on this team with Stu and with Duren still. Yeah, it'd be cool, but no.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
So next one I got. I've seen a little bit of hype around this guy, and
right now.
to be honest, I think the market would actually be affordable for him if you want to make this move. And this is one, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, a certified bucket getter.
He is a certified bucket
so
getter.
according to Spot Track, which we know can be off or right on the money, but they're projecting him to be a mid-level exception, a $15 million per year player. The Detroit Pistons mid-level exception is 14.1. Now, obviously, we're always assuming that with that money you're re-signing Beasley, but if you could get Cam Thomas for the price of Malik Beasley, would you do it? Not the greatest three-point shooter, not a ball mover, but an absolute isolation bucket getter. Would you rather have that kind of play style next to a Cade Cunningham?
Oh no, I think I would take Beasley over Cam Thomas.
I would take Cam. I think
over Beasley.
Listen, Beasley set like a fucking all-time record last year. How realistic are we being with those same expectations for him?
Do it again. He broke the team
saying?
record. And to be fair, the team record was held by Sadiq Bey. So it's not like he was breaking some...
Still.
But he was outdoing Steph Curry.
He was otherworldly.
He was second in the league in 3-pointers.
Yeah. Off the bench.
Off the bench.
And let's be real about it, too. Like, the half-court offense, a lot of them were like, fuck,
Beasley can
throw it
go.
up.
Beasley can walk. Wow.
I hate to say it. I know what he means for, like, the impact of the team, the culture of the team. He wants to be here in Detroit. But, like, money-wise, you got to make those type of tough decisions.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes did it with Jamal Williams. The one-year wonder. I love Beasley, but, like, if I can get Cam Thomas, who I believe is more consistent and has probably a little bit higher upside, I might do that. The only thing with Cam Thomas, though, he hasn't played like 60 games in like 3 years?
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, last year he definitely could have. They were just like, you don't look so good today, buddy. You should just sit down. Like, they were tanking.
Yeah, you look like shit.
Yeah, they're
man,
like, what kind of V-neck is that?
He
And then
averaged 20 plus in 2 years in a
But-
row. He shot 35% from 3 last year.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
He's a bucket getter.
And how's he on defense, though? I guess that's the question. Yeah.
Not great,
Not
but
bad,
I don't think it's
not
not.
a
I don't think
liability.
it's as bad as people.
Probably just as good as Malik Beasley, if not a little bit
fair.
better.
But if we do run it back with Beasley, I wouldn't be mad because I get it.
Yeah. I will
From
say-
like a team culture standpoint.
They're going to cost the same amount of money. This is a guy that scored 20 points per game in the
24.
NBA twice.
Dude, he was
24.
averaging 26 for like the first half of the season.
But
He was
that's
an
also
absolute
on
bucket.
one of the worst teams
Yeah.
ever. So
Yeah.
4
got to take
assists
that
for
into consideration.
For sure.
That Jeremy Grant averaged 20 points for the Pistons.
4 assists per game as well. You said doesn't move the ball. I mean, I'll take 4 assists compared to Malik's. I mean, I don't know what he was putting up.
But he had the ball in his hands so much.
every
You
play.
can't expect these kind of stats for the Pistons. You will
No
not.
way. That looks like an Arab version of the guy from the around the horn in the middle.
Tony Reale?
Yeah,
Look
don't
at
he?
his haircut, though.
Wow, that's Tony Rinaldi
That's
or something. I don't know. From Earth 626 or something. That's
All
crazy.
right. So let's go to then another player that I want. Now this is a minimum. This is a stretch. I haven't seen people talk about it, but you know what? I think there's real validity to this. Would you guys be interested in? He has a history of doing this. Bringing in Chris Paul to mentor this team.
I would like Chris Paul.
I'd love Chris Paul.
I mean, he doesn't look great these days. I'm not gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot
I
too
mean,
straight.
you're not going to pay him anything.
Yeah,
You know.
he would be a minimum player,
And
but
having him instead of Dennis Schroeder, yeah.
I feel like
and then move.
Look what Shea is because
Yes.
Chris Paul was his vet.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where I was going to go.
Chris
with this
Paul mentoring Kate Cunningham would be amazing, except if we wanted to win some rings.
Exactly.
one. Okay, relax.
I mean,
I used to be a big Chris Paul guy.
he's kind of
I
dirty.
still am, but
He
I
is
mean,
dirty. You gotta get how you get it.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'2".
Well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't cost much, and him instead of Schroeder, yeah, I would do that for
Nick,
sure.
where are you at with that?
So he's a free agent.
So he is a free agent. 100%.
Give me the projected contract on Chris Paul for a 1-year deal.
The lowest, the minimum, the veteran minimum. I don't know what that is. I think
Yes.
it's like 5 point whatever, but you can do it because even if you're a capped out team, you can offer him the minimum.
Then I'm in, even though if I'm not
Son
a
of a
Chris
bitch,
Paul
I'm
guy,
in.
but I'm in. I think that kind of veteran leadership goes a long way.
Yeah,
I mean, look what it did for us
absolutely.
this year. The guys who stepped up most
Last year,
beyond
he
Kate
averaged-
Cunningham in the playoffs this year was Tobias Harris, and it was I can't think of his
Schroeder.
name.
People are
Schroeder.
saying Chris Paul is donezo, and
He
again,
is.
He might be.
He absolutely is. But we're talking about the third point guard on this team,
Yeah.
or third lead guard on this team. And you look at what he did last year in 28 minutes, which is probably more than I'd want him averaging here. He shot 37% from 3, averaged 8.8 points per game and 7.4 assists per game.
In
So
28
I would
minutes.
absolutely fucking take that on this team over Dennis
Yeah.
Schroeder.
And honestly, even if he never played a single dribble and he was just in the locker room with Kate Cunningham every single day,
Huge benefit.
that would be absolutely huge. I mean, Chris Paul, look, he's one of the greatest at not making turnovers.
Yes.
Like, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Cade
you guys
needs
talk
it.
about Cade
And
and
finding
turnovers.
your spot and
Yeah.
getting your bucket.
Yeah. Like, so I think it's a no-brainer. Another minimum. Let's just do this. You guys know my answer is no on this. My answer is no, fuck no, never, absolutely not. Would you
Was
guys
it not a
bring this guy back?
Yes.
I mean,
for the minimum.
Instead of Paul Reed.
Hard
again, no. Look at it. Look at me. Would you rather have Paul Reed and Dennis Schroeder or Andre Drummond and Chris Paul?
How about no?
Andre Drummond.
Okay,
I would much rather have Andre Drummond and Chris Paul.
He wants to be back. Why are you saying no? You're a Blake Griffin guy.
Because he complicated with the Chris Paul part. Let's just leave Paul.
You're taking Paul Reed over Andre Drummond?
And I know it's hate. It's hate. It's okay.
Why is that hate? You're fucking.
No,
you wear Blake Griffin's jersey.
He's doing it out of hate.
Yeah, I'm doing it out of
Andre hate.
How can you have hate for Andre?
I went to game 3 of the.
Yeah.
I went to game 3 of the playoffs.
It wasn't his fault. He wasn't elite.
No, but it is your fault when you get out hustled by Brook Lopez, who has 2
the hustle
left feet.
part was a thing.
He's coming off the bench, and Brook Lopez is NBA champion.
You got outrun by Brook Lopez?
Show me the tape. You fucking out of here.
I also remember that
I'll
series.
pull it up, but
I used to get pissed with that.
I would absolutely take Andre
but that was
Drummond
a
over
bad
Paul
team.
Reed any day of the week. And if you're saying you take Paul Reed over him,
Also,
Who has a better free throw percentage?
Also by Brook Lopez. You're fucking NBA champion.
It's purely hate, guys. It's purely hate, guys. So you guys can have this one. I'm not happy about it if he comes back, but I'm just voicing my opinion. Can I do one more or should we go to break?
do one more, and then we'll do Buddies and White Claws.
You hate Andre Drummond, but you wear Blake Griffin's jersey to this day.
Yes,
That make
because
no goddamn sense.
because Andre Drummond tried every 5th game. Blake played with a 30-pound leg brace. I don't care. Like that was effort right there. That was the effort that Drummond didn't
Everyone
have.
knows
He was aura farming.
He was aura farming, but I don't
They
care.
were winning that fucking series. Like, let me get some fucking
Did you see your
bonus
camera
points here.
because Chris was so mad at you?
No.
Oh, he fixed it.
I fixed
You
it.
looked like the uncle or the neighbor from Home Improvement.
Sorry. But all right, one more, because we gotta go quick. All right.
At least Chris is honest, says Danny G. Yeah, that's fair.
No, 100%. I'm not ball knowing. I'm not disagreeing with anybody that says Drummond over B-ball Paul. I also don't think it's a big difference. But
Michael DeVries says
last
he's
one
Antonio McDyessville.
that I really want, that I think this guy you could definitely get him with the cap space you have, and then go over the cap space to re-sign your players. I would very, very much like the addition. We all know it. You need shooting at the 4 spot. Kelly Oubre.
At the 4?
I called for him last year. He was playing mostly 4 last year.
I don't know.
He's been mostly
For Philly?
4. Yeah, he's been mostly
that's
4.
why Philly
To be
sucked.
honest, we don't really have a 3 either, though.
I mean, we got a star.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
No,
put
not-
him
not
in the
the
corner,
4.
let him cook.
I don't think
drive by.
because I want a
I'm
star
done.
guarding perimeter.
So you're good.
I want a SAR guarding your best perimeter player, and if you have Kelly Oubre at the 4, that forces a SAR to guard the 4, and that is not worth it. No, thank you.
He can do it, though.
He could do it, but I'd
Would've
rather
done it.
have a SAR guarding the best perimeter player on the other team.
You know
I'm
what?
out on Kelly. I just think he's a loser.
I mean, I'd take him. Very handsome guy.
That's
on the basketball
obviously
court.
loves,
That's your good
obviously
request
loves
as a hall
shooting
pass
against the
and just
Pistons.
taking it out on
But not at the 4.
Kelly now?
No, he's not a 4. I don't want him as a 4 on this.
I mean, he's been a 4 for a couple years, but
We know why you
I-
want him here,
I feel-
Chris.
Yeah, Chris wants to bang.
Yeah, that little shirt tells us everything.
Kelly noticed me. Kelly noticed me. No, you know what, Spencer? I think you may have convinced me at that point because I do. I like him as somebody that can be a. He's still a pretty good defender. He's got active hands. And he shoots the ball well from 3.
did say that
so
weird.
I think that's a guy that
pulled
you
a
would
cat.
want on this team, but. I think you're right about the 4 thing. About the 4 thing.
I don't want a SAR wasting minutes
Yeah.
guarding a big. I want a SAR guarding the best perimeter player on the other team.
Okay, that you know what, that may have convinced me. You could probably switch that around, put Cade on somebody, whatever. But yeah, that's fair. But those are my free agents, gentlemen.
Kelly Oubre. Great job, Chris. My bad. I apologize. Actually,
No, you're
career 32% 3-point shooter.
He had a
Not great.
is it
29% last year.
Nah, even worse.
Get out of here.
But
Fuck
I mean,
Oubre.
He played 4 on the
But
Sixers.
he looked sick doing it.
He did. He did. Oh,
Come
he's
on.
a great guy.
I mean, he definitely has aura. Like we can at least.
I don't know if he's got aura. He's got Riz.
He's
This
got
is
Riz.
what
Yeah.
we did a lot. We did a breakdown on BDE today.
He did tear us up. Did he set like the Hornets 3-point
He
record?
hit like 10 threes or something like that.
Oh man. And then Kelly Olynyk get a game winner.
Yeah. Fuck. Was that no? That wasn't the same game. I think we lost to.
Okay.
We lost.
Yeah, that was the year before.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to break. Great job, Chris. Except no to Kelly Oubre. Let me tell you guys about Buddy's Pizza.
And not many people are saying that, so respect to Spinny.
Yeah, that is true. He's probably on the boat with Steffon Diggs. Buddy's Pizza created the category of the original Detroit-style pizza, and has been Chris would love to be on that boat. And has been
Where's that boat?
Serving it since 1946. With 22 locations in Michigan, there is always a Buddy's Pizza near you. Buddy's is a cornerstone of the city of Detroit, being there for 79 years, and is a dedicated community partner with notable partnerships with local organizations like the Michigan Humane Society, the Salvation Army, the Detroit Zoo, and more. Save 10% off your entire order using promo code 10MEAL. That's the number 10, MEAL. Go find a location near you at buddyspizza.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Calling all Tigers fans. Join us on the White Claw Tigers Tour. Woodward Sports will be hitting 4 of the top bars in Detroit to watch a Tigers game live on the network. Join Spencer and Easy and Chris on Friday, June 13th for our second stop of the tour at Nemo's Bar in Detroit. Be part of the fun and see our reactions live on Woodward Sports Network to one of the hottest teams in baseball. It's the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson Law.
Denver Blair, literally only 10K winner. Actually, there's been 3 10K winners. He says, show proof. You've got the same one video for 2 years. That's when we started doing the video because people like you saying it wasn't happening.
Yeah, that dude at the high school football game.
Yeah, Chad's been cracked twice. He got cracked by a senior in high school.
Yep.
He got cracked by that guy. And then he got cracked by another dude that caused a lot of controversy, and none of it was by him.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. I don't know why I would know his name, but
Twitter tried to blow up on it.
I remember he sent the video. He jumped in the snow, though.
Yeah.
Because he won.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
All got their money. Where was...
What?
Cartier says Oubre would be very good depth. You take him over Fontecchio. Yeah, I'd definitely take him over. I'd take fucking Chris over Fontecchio.
Absolutely. Yeah, he hit us with the old Malocchio. The okie doke.
Absolutely.
Was really good for that half a season. Haven't seen that same guy since.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still in Italy or something.
He was
playing defense and everything. It was crazy.
We were in a group chat.
He was finishing at the rim.
He was dunking on people.
We were losing our minds to that guy. Like when he was what Fettuccine was balling.
Yeah.
We were in the group chats being like, "Holy shit, dude! We got a fucking
we got one.
What a dark day. What a dark day.
It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's funny that Fettuccine nickname did pick up too.
Yeah.
Like, just because we didn't know his name for like the first 2 weeks we had him. I couldn't remember it at least.
Yeah.
Another YouTube short dropped where Tesla is nowhere to be seen. It's OTAs, Cartier. I don't think there's no need to be worried.
I didn't bring him up.
He's also
I
wide
didn't
receiver.
see him in the video.
He's like wide receiver 5 on the depth chart as well.
He's
like
probably at the jugs machine. He's
still
probably
got
learning the routes.
Khalif Raymond, Tim Patrick, Amon-Ra, and J-Mo. Like we're not pressed over Isaac Tesla. I'm telling you guys, I don't know what the fuck you got expected for this year 1 of this 3rd round pick, but you better calm it down a lot.
Cartier thinks he has to be an all-star or is it bust?
It's not gonna happen year 1.
An all-star.
This is the receiver version of your fucking Giovanni Manu. That was the worst shot yet.
I mean,
kind
it's
of
an
funny
empty cup.
Yeah, I think you need to call him your tits about the Isaac Tesla stuff. We
Yeah.
might have Corey Best on to talk about Isaac Tesla, former wide receiver himself. But
Shout out.
I think we need to cool our expectations on that one.
Cartier's already written him out, though.
It's true. Cartier be tripping sometimes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to him. Chat poll: should I continue working Uber for the night or go to the Post Malone concert for sure? I don't care. Everybody says Post Malone, one of the best artists of his generation. He's done it in every single lane.
Yeah.
He did it in the rap, R&B. Now he's in the country. He's a great artist.
Huh.
You should go see him.
Extremely talented. Probably puts on a great show.
Culture
too.
vulture sounds like.
No,
says Chris.
Yeah,
says the guy with the rap and basketball podcast.
Guys, I have a rap
Juneteenth off.
podcast.
You did take Juneteenth off. You went to a cookout on Juneteenth, and you're calling somebody else.
And
a
you guys are
culture
trying
vulture?
to shame me.
You
guys are
just
trying to
tried.
shame me
You
for
just
getting
tried to call
an
someone else
invite.
a culture vulture. Call somebody else a culture vulture. You took Juneteenth off and had KG fill in for
Well,
you.
I don't think
That's the
I don't
second
think-
worst
That
part.
is way worse.
No.
You made a black guy work for you on Juneteenth.
I gave an open opportunity, and KG is the one that took it.
Wow.
Shout out to KG. Thank you,
Chris,
KG.
holier than thou, giving out handouts to poor KG.
No, not at all. You're spinning the words at all. And Post Malone, I mean, look, I was invited. I can't speak for Post Malone. The people I watch that cover music media, they don't necessarily look too eager to invite Post Malone.
What?
But
What?
that's just them.
Invite him where? Didn't he headline Lollapalooza like
Yeah, he doesn't have to go
last year, and
he doesn't be invited nowhere. He's
I mean,
fucking Post
I'm
Malone.
talking
He
like
invites
media
people to-
journalists.
Yeah.
I'm talking like media journalists. I'm not saying it right, but they're refusing to cover him because they don't like the type of shit that he's on.
Well, he's going on the Today Show and Hot Ones.
I'm
and
not
shit,
arguing
so-
that he's successful. I'm not arguing that he's successful.
You're good.
This guy Chris.
Maybe it's because he smells a little bit. He looks like he has. A
He
little
looks
smell
like
to
he
him.
smells. That's
sweat and cigarettes.
There
That's
was
how
a
he. Oh,
report-
for sure.
Yeah.
He's sweating out beer.
Sweaty
and
cigarette
cigarettes.
guy. But
Seems
makes
like
great
a fun
music.
hang.
That's crazy. Seems
Does
like
seem
a fun hang.
hang. And by the
I'd
way,
party with Post Malone.
when he first came out, because I'll admit it,
White out the
Charlemagne.
sun.
I don't have to admit shit. It's Charlemagne's racist.
Charlemagne
Charlemagne the guy's just straight up racist.
Charlemagne does not like white
So when
people.
Post Malone was
He
on
would hate
the
me.
Breakfast Club, the first two times he was grilling him on that shit, and Post Malone said, "I'm not a rapper artist. I'm not a rapper artist. I'm not a rapper artist. I'm just an artist." So
Yeah, he is, and he's never claimed to be.
no, that's
He's
why
a
I-
culture vulture.
You know who's culture vulture straight up, and I respect him, and he's from here.
Relax.
Other than Chris, Kid Rock.
Relax.
Oh no.
Kid Rock for sure.
Kid Rock
Yeah.
for sure, culture vulture, like
Kid
without
Rock.
a doubt.
Don't
I feel like
fucking.
Kid Rock's
Towards
just
his
an
own
idiot.
culture.
Huh?
Towards his own culture.
Kid Rock's
What?
he's
Towards
vulture,
his
he's
own-
vulturing white trash culture. Like
Yeah.
that's-
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What you were saying, right? We're agreeing upon that.
Yo, I came up with through Detroit.
Yeah, he
and Mount
came up through
Clemens.
the
he
Detroit
kept,
scene,
yeah. He's from Roseville, right?
He's from Richmond.
Oh.
Rich
Rich what?
Richmond kid. Richmond.
Oh, so he's not even white trash.
No, he's white. I mean,
He was rich.
Richmond, like the city.
Yeah. Rich what?
Yeah, or Romeo or Richmond.
I'm pretty
I
sure
thought it was
Richmond.
Romeo,
I think it's
no?
Romeo.
Which
it's
is
Romeo.
also
Which is right
doesn't
there, right
Romeo have money?
Pretty good. Yeah, he's probably.
Yeah, he's from Romeo of Money, but he used to go hang out in Detroit and Mount Clemens. He used the Mount Clemens scene up. Got a couple of boys that take him down to Detroit, show him how to rap and shit like that, and then dipped out.
Yeah.
Became country.
Don't
Jelly
fuck
Roll
you.
greater
I
than
like
Post
country
Malone.
Roll too.
I don't think I've ever heard a Jelly Roll song.
So okay, I was listening to a podcast last night. Like, yeah, Jelly Roll's everywhere. I'm like, I've never in
I
my
don't-
life.
He's got that one
heard a
song
Jelly
that-
Roll
I don't
song
think
in
I've
my
ever heard a
fucking
Jelly
life.
Roll song.
I
either.
am not okay.
Nope, not ringing a bell.
Yeah.
I believe in
Something's
Joe
fucking wrong with
Hendry.
me.
Actually,
I've not. Are you saying I didn't?
I do know that song actually.
That's
You just did
MGK.
a
I was
terrible-
just kidding.
Oh, that was MGK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard.
Go on,
Jelly Roll.
I'm
Hey,
not
MGK, new
okay.
banger.
That's MGK.
No, that's Jelly Roll.
Okay, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
That's
Jelly Roll
the
has some
only
good
one.
songs.
The only one.
I've not heard.
You've heard that song. You've heard it. Like, okay, I've heard this.
When it rains,
But
it
not on
pours.
purpose.
When it rains, it
And
pours.
pass it. Sing it.
No, Skywalker. I'm kidding.
Oh. Skywalker got up pissed.
That's Luke Combs, goddamn! You son of a bitch! Show some goddamn respect.
You guys have definitely heard a Jelly Roll song.
All right, sing. Give us some.
Favor, you've definitely heard that song.
Give me more than I'm not okay.
I need a fair.
You gotta put that in your clip for sure.
Yeah, can you put in that one too?
What?
Do you need the multicoder?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Just random parts of Nick singing. I have no clue. I've never heard that song in my life.
Yeah, I haven't either.
God, I need a favor. Yeah.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I haven't, because I mean I don't
But
listen.
I listen to
I don't
country,
listen
you
to the
don't.
radio. I listen to my music.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
fair.
you know that, Spencer, you know that Big X the Plug and I forget the country artist? That song is like super dominating the charts. Like it's been in the top
Jelly
20.
Roll?
You can't even name the guy's name.
I forget the country dude he's with, but
he
just put it
it's,
out.
Yeah,
there.
it's like, it's one of the big guns.
Bro, I did not know.
Brad Paisley or Hank Aaron or something. I don't know.
Hank Aaron.
No, dude.
Bailey Zimmerman.
Who?
Bailey Zimmerman.
Okay, maybe it's not one
Sure.
of the big guns.
Bro, I did not know Big X.
Bailey Zimmerman slaps.
He looks like
Okay, so maybe he is one of the big ones. I don't know.
Bailey Zimmerman is a dog.
He
He
did the
was on
college
the,
football playoff song the past year. Good song.
Jelly Roll's
like,
a little
are you
late.
ready for some football? Like
when
that.
when he came through Detroit,
Jelly Roll should do that.
Did you know they shut down the Pistons facility so you hoop with his boys?
Really?
Jelly Roll, yeah.
That's dope.
He's
he's got plugs.
I know, like I've seen his speeches, and he seems like a great guy, and he's obviously
Playing
got
at prisons and
got a
shit.
great message. And yeah, I've seen the stuff about him, but I don't know. I just listen to the songs I have on my phone, and there's no Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
DNC Jelly Roll got pipes.
I think Eminem used his sample too as or used him as a sample in one of his songs, and so that took it to another level too.
Super Bowl Wilson says, "I'd bet $1,000 Spenny thinks Post Malone is good music." No, you don't know me, and I wouldn't. Post Malone is same,
good music.
He's the same thing as Pitbull. Same kind of thing. I respect it.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's
no.
because Pitbull said the same
Mr.
thing. Is, I'm not
Worldwide.
making music. They're doing it to make money. They're not doing it for the love of the music.
Post Malone's doing it
305.
for the love of music.
I don't know. I think he's just doing it to make money.
Oh, that was a hot take, Sven.
Then why'd he
I disagree
switch
with that.
up?
Terrible.
Why'd he go from White Iverson to this now? If he's
He's
doing
a
it for the
music
love-
guy.
It's where the money is, man.
He's having
Yeah.
fun.
Dude, he's
No, he's definitely having fun. He's the life of the party.
rap is where the money is.
No, not anymore.
No.
Rap and country.
Have you seen the tickets to Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, have you seen the tickets to?
Have you sold them yet?
No.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what
I'm pissed. Actually, hit me up. I got 6 Kendrick tickets.
No, it's not,
Lower bull. Dirt cheap.
Listen, like I like Pitbull's
Not dirt
music
cheap,
too.
but
I'll
hit me
listen
up.
to
Yeah,
Pitbull.
comparing to Pitbull is fucking ridiculous.
It's a
though.
business for those guys.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's
it
not.
is.
It's really not. Like Post got covers of fucking like old country songs from like Hank Williams, original Hank Williams,
Yeah.
not Hank Williams Jr. He's got the other one that's like, it's something about Tire. Post Malone's in
Tire?
it for the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some guy saying about like, this guy. He's like down his luck. He's singing on Tire like, cheated on my wife, killed my brother. Blah blah. I don't know. Posty covered it though. Killed it.
Again, I hate Post Malone, but
He's a businessman.
I don't
You're
think
wrong.
I'm actually with
He's not
Easy
a
on that.
businessman?
I think he does have a love
he's
for
still a
music.
businessman.
I think he does
Yeah, I
have a
think he's
love
more
for music
guy than
but
businessman.
He
though.
seems
he
genuine,
continues
honestly.
to disrespect
like it, yeah.
hip hop though, and that's the issue.
Yeah, so they do pop.
Disrespect? How is he disrespecting hip hop?
I've gone on 30-minute rants about it, but
Do yourself go listen to that first interview with Charlamagne.
no, I've watched that interview.
So
where
why-
he has
I don't understand
the girl, he has a girl with him, and he's like,
Brittany?
she's gonna leave, or
Yeah.
he's gonna leave you, right?
How about this on his first album? He has got country music on his first album.
No, I'm telling you, it's the quotes. It's a how he talks specifically about hip hop. That's the issue.
Say it one more time.
He's literally said that when I want to cry, when I want to feel something, I don't listen to hip hop because you don't feel anything. I listen to Bob Dylan. That's real music. Like those are quotes that you can look up.
I mean,
from
I don't.
Post
To be
Malone.
fair, that's
When
like
I cry, I don't listen to hip hop.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a
I
fair
don't
statement.
either.
You put on some sad ass.
Like maybe
music.
some Tupac, maybe.
I love sad music.
You know,
Slide it out.
maybe a Kendrick one.
But again, you don't have to. You don't have to
try to hip-hop.
specifically put down
This is
another
gatekeeping
genre.
hip-hop right now.
No,
Yes.
I'm not trying to gatekeep.
Don't be
What I'm trying to do
gatekeeping.
is stand on
Riley
the
Green
principle
over
of it.
here.
But I'm saying on the principle of it. When you're disrespecting it to a fan base that is ignorant to that genre, you're already pushing forward a bad message and easily laying into an image.
I think you're trying too hard.
Sure.
He's trying to hate the white dude because he is the white dude.
Not
It's like flannel with Riley Green.
Fuck it. No, fuck that.
It is
dude.
like
no,
flannel
fuck
with
that.
Riley Green.
Fuck that.
He's got to hate
Don't
the
put
other
that on me at all.
culture
No
vulture
way.
harder.
No.
Because he's doing it.
No,
That's for
no,
sure.
don't
Guys
put that
off
shit
to
on
him.
me at all. No, fuck that.
You
Don't
like-
put
you
that
like
shit
the
on
Riley
me.
Green
Don't put that shit on me at all.
flannel.
I love this shit. You know I love this shit. It's not no
Yeah,
fucking
but this post thing
performance.
is exactly what.
No,
Flannel's doing
it's
with
not.
Riley Green.
It's not because of how he's white. It's because of how he's maneuvering when it comes to specifically hip hop, which is all I give a fuck about. It is not
But when he's
fucking.
come
I'm trying to
out
put down one
on
to
the
get
hip hop
it type
station,
shit.
the biggest hip hop show,
Yeah.
and tells you I'm not a hip hop artist, and has country songs on that first album, you can't say anything.
But has continuously done things to degrade hip hop in order to separate.
We don't cry to
himself.
hip hop.
Yeah.
What's that?
We all say none of us cry to hip hop. You know?
What do you play when you're sad, Chris?
I play mostly hip hop or R&B, but that's mostly my genres too. Some pop and some indie alternative, but mostly hip hop.
Where somebody Nitty Gritty said, Spenny, you'd vibe with Jelly Roll. Oh, dude, I bet I'd party with Jelly Roll and Post Malone in a heartbeat, dude.
Jelly Roll's a real one.
They both
Jelly
seem like
Roll
genuine
seems
dudes.
sweet.
Jelly Roll's a real one.
Jelly Roll seems like a cool dude.
I don't know two of his songs. I never listened to
Yeah.
on purpose.
Seems like a great dude.
Yeah, seems like a great dude. All right, that's it for us. Sorry for the music talk.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm not actually. It's summertime.
Well, that'll do it for us today.
today.
Appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button.
Sadness.
For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, for Luke, I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, men don't cry.